Arizona Wildcats and Rocco Becht for the Iowa State Cyclones. It's definitely going to be a huge back and forth matchup. Personally, for me, I am very excited for this matchup as I am currently a student at the University of Arizona, and I'm so excited to just watch this game and to watch these two undefeated teams duke it out. I am very, very excited to see what happens. I'm hopeful that Arizona is going to win, but Iowa State's offense and their defense has been clicking on all cylinders ever since their first game. And it's certainly going to be a very interesting matchup to see how Arizona, who's had a really good start to this season, matches up against Iowa State, which has also had a very good start to its season. And I'm really, really hoping that everyone tunes in this Saturday. The game is going to be broadcasted on ESPN, and I'm really, really hoping you guys just tune in and watch because it's going to be an epic matchup between two undefeated teams and two very competitive teams in the Big 12 Conference, and I'm very, very excited for everyone to watch it. Thank you guys so much for listening to this video recap, and I hope to see you next time with more content of Varsity Sports Radio.
This is Manav Gupta with the Varsity Sports Show from Houston, Texas, and my halftime report for this week is focusing on a pair of freshman safeties on the Arizona State football team who are from the Houston area. First up is Joseph Smith, number 22 on the Sun Devils, who now plays corner. Smith is from Spring, about 45 minutes from Houston, and went to the Legacy School. That is in fact the same school where one of the top quarterback prospects for 2026, Keyshawn Henderson, is playing for. The 6', 180-pound athlete was the third highest commit in 2025 for Arizona State and the first defensive player to commit as he enrolled in January. Known for his athleticism and ball hawk skills, Smith is a top 75 prospect out of Texas and was the 33rd ranked safety in the country who can also be used in the return game. The Sun Devils also have Xavier Scoron from Texas City High School, also about 45 minutes from Houston. This 3-star recruit has a 6'4" wingspan that gives him versatility in the field. He's known to be a big hitter and is ranked in the top 75 safeties in the country coming in. The 6', 185-pound safety also ran track during high school and was ranked 8th on the 2025 recruit list for Arizona State. The Sun Devils will look to take advantage of a strong Houston secondary. This is Manav Gupta from Houston.
Bienvenidos a Viva Varsity. Mi nombre es Rodolfo Gómez, reportándoles sobre los Atléticos y el futuro de su equipo. Los Atléticos, que hace recientemente se mudaron a Sacramento y en la espera de su nuevo estadio en Las Vegas a partir de la temporada 2027, consecuentemente concluye su temporada con un futuro que brilla, junto a sus estrellas Nick Hurks, Jacob Wilson y Lawrence Butler. Categoriza al equipo como una proyección en los próximos años. Este año, el equipo mejoró en muchos aspectos, como el récord, experiencias en sus futuras estrellas y muchas más expectativas por venir. Sin embargo, el equipo toma esta temporada como un paso hacia adelante y posiblemente más competitivo. Un equipo a la víspera de mucha ambición y éxito. Aún así, la fanaticada se mantiene optimista de la dirección de los Atléticos. En conclusión, los Atléticos buscan establecer una base sólida que les permita competir nuevamente al nivel más alto en los próximos años. Muchas gracias por sintonizar a Viva Varsity con Rodolfo Gómez.
My name is Heaven Cook and I'm here reporting live for Varsity Sports. Today we're going to be talking about Asia Wilson, her MVP route, and her playoff permit. When you talk about dominance in the WNBA right now, Asia Wilson stands out and she's the first person that comes to mind. She has proven herself that she is currently the most dominant and best player in the league. She just won her 4th straight MVP award, making her the first female to ever do so in the WNBA. Now, let's talk about the playoffs right now. The Las Vegas Aces, aka the team she plays for, they finished as the 2nd seed. Wilson, she wasted no time entering that first round series against the Seattle Storm where she averaged 26 points, around 10 rebounds, and over 2 blocks. Now, if that isn't impressive within the first round, I don't know what is. Wilson is currently in the semifinals against the Indiana Fever. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to watching that game or just even seeing the highlights with that. Now, to end it off, I would say with Asia showing she's not only chasing wins, she's also building a dynasty and a legacy around her for all young women or young little girls to aspire a dream that they might want to pursue or feel like they don't have the confidence to. And that's something that I really do love about Asia, and I feel like she's making a huge difference in this community. And I can't wait to see what the next 5 to 10 years is going to bring her and the WNBA. Alright guys, that's my segment for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hello folks,
MLB canceled the
Land
London
right
series
here.
due to scheduling conflicts. This is Riley Hartman reporting for Varsity Sports. Major League Baseball has been playing in London since 2019, when the Yankees ended up going home with 2 wins against the Boston Red Sox. This series marked the first time the MLB has played a regular season game in Europe, and it featured one of the best rivalries in sports. Within the combination of these games, the teams scored a total of 50 runs, which is the most scored ever in history between this rivalry. In 2020, the Cardinals and Cubs were scheduled to play in London as well, but their series was canceled due to COVID. In 2023, these games were rescheduled, and in 2024, the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies made their way to the UK as well. The Commissioner of Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred, stated how he plans on expanding MLB's presence in Europe, saying that, "We think London is an important jumping off point for us." He wants to grow baseball internationally and introduce it to new fans. However, MLB has canceled its London series for 2026 due to issues regarding scheduling with West Ham's London Stadium. They've deemed it unrealistic to convert the soccer field into a baseball field during the time frame that they're available, since West Ham's final Premier League matchup of the season is scheduled 20 days prior to this event. In order to build a baseball field inside of the West Ham London Stadium, they would need about 142,000 square feet of turf, which would be installed on top of the existing soccer pitch. This is Riley Hartman reporting for
Hi, I'm Abigail Hardy, and I'm an intern here at the Varsity Sports Show. I want to pause your content of football, and I want to transition it over to volleyball. Over in Mesa, Arizona, at Mountain View High School, focusing on their boys volleyball team. I want to show you that they show leadership and teamwork on the practice courts to the game time. I want to introduce setter and opposite hitter Bridger Bryan as he tells us why Toro volleyball is important to him.
Relationships I've made over the past 4 years and just the friendships I built, and I also love our coach as well. And it's a competitive community too. So
Bridger Bryan was a part of the class of 2025. Throughout his time at Mountain View, he was a part of beach and court volleyball. In the off-season of court volleyball, there has been a recent change in adding beach volleyball to high school programs. A huge congratulations to the boys beach volleyball program on winning the emerging sport of beach volleyball state championship. A handful of players who are playing court also play beach if they don't have a club team they play for in the off-season.
Just like put our head down and work type team, just have to like earn everything that we've kind of gotten. I don't know, just like nothing's been given to us almost.
The highlight clips you are seeing are from April 1st. At this game, head coach Kevin Powell reached his 300th win with the Toros. Creating a very promising season with good teamwork and great leadership, the Toros fell short in the first round of playoffs against Williamsfield, losing 3-1 in a best-of-5 set. To end on a good note, graduated senior Maddox Williams got the chance to represent Team USA at the Caribbean Boys Beach U18 Championship, and Williams and his partner brought home gold. Stay tuned for the spring semester to see Mountain View Boys Volleyball. I'm Abigail Hardy with the Varsity Sports Show.
I'm Gregory Graves with the Varsity Sports Show, and today we'll be highlighting some of the premier NFL athletes that played high school football in Arizona.
Arizona has become a quiet powerhouse in producing NFL talent, and it all starts here in Arizona at the high school level. Denzel Burke from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, who won a national championship with the Ohio State Buckeyes, was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in 2025, returning home to play pro. Corona del Sol's Ricky Pearsall became a first-round pick for the 49ers in 2024 after making noise as a standout wide receiver at the University of Florida and currently in the midst of a breakout season. In Tucson at Marion High School, Jordan Morgan made history as a first-round pick to the Green Bay Packers, one of the highest drafted linemen from Arizona in many years. Spencer Rattler, a former star at Pinnacle High School, was drafted by the New Orleans Saints, fulfilling big high school expectations, and he's now slowly becoming a formidable starter early in his career. Keely Ringo, a blazing fast cornerback from Saguaro High School, helped clinch a national title at Georgia before being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles and to go on to win a Super Bowl. He is quickly establishing himself as a lockdown defender in the National Football League. And last but certainly not least is Sal Point Catholic's very own Bijan Robinson. arguably the best player to come out of Arizona yet, and he was just a top 10 pick by the Atlanta Falcons and is slowly becoming one of the league's best overall players in just 2 years of football.
These NFL stars started right here under Arizona's Friday Night Lights. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Gregory Graves.
Hot and a little bit humid, but nothing was going to stop Glendale on a night like this. Glendale found ways to play as a team all night, whether it was through tactics and set pieces, or just simply belief it was very special. And for Coach Jeff Perry, it was another game where he was able to develop his players and to witness the fruits of his players' labor as they took the field by storm tonight.
A beautiful Tuesday night here in the Valley in a heated men's soccer matchup between Chandler Gilbert Community College and Glendale Community College. This is a game that both teams really want to win, but for Glendale Community College and their head coach Jeff Perry, it's more than just a soccer game tonight. It's not just about also developing his players as soccer players, but it's also about developing them as students and as men. Over 30 years of past coaching experience, you coached in the USCIC, of course. I was wondering, what are maybe some past things you've taken from your past experience to come back and apply to this team?
Just the sense of discipline, the way we train, the way we go about our business on a day-to-day, holding kids accountable, making sure they want to be students first and also athletes. But I've used that at every level I've gone to. And we have really good kids on the men and women's side, so we feel very good about the quality kid that we have coming in, and that translates to the field for us.
And then also, I was wondering on top of that, when you first took this job, what was some of your main goals that you kind of maybe wrote down or had in your head to achieve with this team?
For us, is establishing the right culture. So a culture of, basically kids that play for each other, kids that show up on time to practice.
Would you say kind of developing these young adults as students is just as important, and as humans just as important as maybe soccer players?
For us, maybe even more important. So for us, how we treat each other on the field is a big deal to me. How we talk to the referees is a big deal to me. Those are things that they can take with them the rest of their life. So those are things for us that are important. We're not angels, but also we're also trying to do things the right way. We want to represent the school correctly and do things with everything the right way.
And last one from me, Coach. When you get to practice every day, it could be a game, it could be practice. What is maybe the one thing you look forward to the most when connecting with this team?
I just like the kids, the quality of the kid that we have. They're good humans. A lot of these kids work jobs during the day. They go to school. That's what I did when I grew up. When I played in community college back in the 80s. And so for me, I see a lot of myself in these guys. They work jobs, then they go to school, then they come to practice. Those are long days. I respect it and I admire it, and that is a big makeup of a lot of the guys we have on this team.
Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Coach Perry takes a lot of pride in making sure that his guys are well, his guys are rested, and his guys can play very good every single day. It's been a great season so far. They came out, they beat the Coyotes by a final score of 4-1, and they're on to the next one. Matthew McCord, JMC 331.
What's up, everybody? My name is Antonio Gutierrez here with the Varsity Sports Show, giving you guys a player spotlight tonight. This spotlight will be featuring 3-star wide receiver from Brophy College Prep, Devin Fitzgerald, son of NFL legend Larry Fitzgerald. In the Broncos' most recent game against the Hamilton Huskies on September 19th, Devin really showed out. The senior Notre Dame commit shined against the Huskies, who have one of the best defenses in the state, tallying career highs with 14 receptions, which ties a Brophy school record, to go along with 234 receiving yards, which breaks the school record. To go along with breaking records, Fitzgerald also found the end zone 3 times. The first one, displaying his top-notch breakaway speed.
Takes a snap, immediately throws it out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets a breaks at tackle. He's up the field to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he's in for a touchdown for the Broncos.
Devin Fitzgerald's next-level field awareness also helped him find the end zone, displayed in his second touchdown of the night, making the defender miss with a filthy move in the open field.
One on the right, running back on the left side of the quarterback, and Vandy Bosch takes a snap, throws it directly to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald is in for the touchdown.
Yeah, number 2 for Devin Fitzgerald.
And just like his father Larry, Devin has some of the surest hands on the football field at all times, giving his quarterback Case Vanden Bosch the utmost confidence throwing it his way.
Left, Vandy Bosch takes the snap, drops back, throws it up, once again to Fitzgerald, and he's in for another touchdown. Wow, what a game for Devin Fitzgerald.
The highly touted recruit is looking to continue his so far great senior campaign with the Broncos, and is looking for his first 1,000-yard receiving season. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Antonio Gutierrez.
I'm Marla Mundo with the Varsity Sports Show. Last week, Clayton Kershaw announced his decision to retire at the end of the 2025 MLB season. Kershaw is arguably one of the best starting pitchers in Dodgers history, alongside Don Drysdale and Sandy Koufax. He is the longest tenured Dodger ever, as he's played since his debut in 2008. Kershaw was drafted 7th overall in the 2006 MLB draft, where he went on to play for the Dodgers farming system for just one season.
The mound at Dodger Stadium, and he strikes out Rafael.
Kershaw has won 222 games in 18 seasons. His win-loss percentage is .698, the highest among pitchers all time with 300 or more starts. He is one of 3 active players to have won over 200 games. With over 3,000 strikeouts, Kershaw is just the 20th pitcher to reach the mark, with over the 4th lefty to do so. Kershaw is only behind Holt Wilhelm and lowest career ERA in the live ball era. Kershaw is a 2-time World Series champion, with wins in 2020 and most recently 2024. He is an 11-time All-Star and a 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He was the 2011 Triple Crown winner, meaning he led the league in wins, strikeouts, and ERA. That same year, he won the Golden Glove for Best Fielder.
A curveball kisses the sky.
Kershaw pitched a no-hitter on June 18, 2014, the 22nd Dodger to do so. Kershaw is likely to enter the Hall of Fame as a first-ballot candidate. Kershaw has been so consistent and such a successful pitcher in this new era of high-powered offenses. I'm Marla Mundo with the Varsity Sports Show, signing out.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 5 here of Friday Night Lights. My name is Kim Thomas. I'll be doing your play-by-play here tonight.
And I'm Jordan Pillay. I will be doing the color for this game. I'm very excited for this matchup. Keithan, what are you thinking heading into this game?
This game right here, we got Saguaro and Highland, 2 very, very successful programs in Arizona here. Saguaro coming in at number 20 in the state, and Highland coming in at number 18. Especially for Saguaro, we talk about a lot of talented guys on here. Marcel Jones, quarterback, for example, committed to Sac State. He's had an excellent start to the year. You got Ty Strozier, a lot of excellent players here on Saguaro's side of the ball.
Yeah, and speaking of Marcel Jones, I actually had the opportunity to talk to the whole, or not the whole, but a big majority of the Saguaro High School team preseason. I was at Saguaro doing a little preview event with all of Saguaro sports, and Marcel Jones really stuck out to me because we were in a room with about 12 starters on the team, and he was clearly the leader. He was answering all the questions first, playing quarterback in an interview, which was something that I'm very excited to see. Now that I've seen it off the field, I'd love to see it on the field in person today.
Dual threat quarterback on and off the field. Look at that, you know. In addition, when we talk about the Highland side of the ball, they have been dealing with some quarterback troubles. From what we understand, they're going to be starting a JV quarterback tonight. If you're Highland, how do you operate knowing that you have a guy from JV coming up tonight?
You have to get him comfortable early in this game. It is very important for someone who, this might be his first varsity start of all time. It's very important to get your first pass, make it complete. Whether it's on the first drive or if you want to lean on your run game, just make sure that first pass is a completion and you see green for the rest of the game.
Another thing I would be interested in seeing, too, they have some decent running backs. Senior Molyneux, though, 152 yards on the season, 50 yards per game. They're going to want to get him going as well. He's struggled thus far when you are one-dimensional. Unfortunately, when you have quarterback troubles, you know, you just stack the box and the run game becomes null and void. But if you can get him going, get your quarterback comfortable, Highland does stand a chance. But what we've seen from Saguaro this season, their defense is one of the best in the state here.
Absolutely, and a lot of the importance for Highland today comes down to the offensive line. Keep your quarterback protected. It doesn't matter who's out there. You've got to protect him. Make sure that he's feeling comfortable inside the pocket. Give him time all night, not only for our starting quarterback, who we were told is supposed to be Luke Young tonight, but for the running game as well.
For sure. again, another part of what's going to make Luke Young's night a little difficult. Saguaro's DBs are, again, some of the best in the state. You got guys like, as I pull that out right here, he got guys like Kydell Stone. You got Armstrong, both excellent DBs who have been very impactful on the defensive side of the ball here for the SaberCats.
Absolutely, and Highland is about to start off with this football. We are excited for 4 good quarters of Arizona high school football tonight.
Absolutely. A little late start here, a little bit of some lightning delay. You're going to hear the wind here tonight, so that's going to play a factor for sure. But with Saguaro deferring, Highland will start off with the ball. Let's see what both the Highland offense, who we talked about, and this excellent Saguaro defense have in store here tonight as we get set here for kickoff. Fielding it around the 20-yard line. A little bit of a stumble, able to burst of speed, get around to the around 35-yard line there. Highland setting up with great field position to start the game.
Absolutely, and like you mentioned earlier in this broadcast, I'm very excited to see how Highland uses their JV quarterback Luke Young tonight, because the playbook might be limited, but then you've got to be creative in other places. Get different type of run schemes going. It can't just all be north and south. Get some side-to-side run game going early in this game.
Absolutely here. Saguaro's also got to be aware of that too. They're gonna throw some trick plays at you. If they're at this point in the season, if you're 0-4, they're gonna throw some trick plays at you. So you have to play discipline, keep to your assignment. Don't let anything go over your head. Play smart, essentially. First down here for the Hawks. 11:53 remaining. First play of the offensive side of the ball for the Hawks.
There was some type of a delay from the refs here. It looked like they were calling timeout, but looks like everything's going to be continued.
Back into it here for the Hawks. Again, Luke Young looks to be at quarterback here, coming up from JV. Let's see what they elect to do to start the game, and they're going to go ahead and run the ball here. Saguaro swarming that already early.
Yeah, a 1-yard loss. It seemed like a lot of people were in there, but it does look like number 22 for Saguaro High School made that tackle for loss.
It's going to be Jesse Martinez. Jesse Martinez with the stop there. Looks like Saguaro's doing exactly what I thought they would do. They were going to load up the box here tonight. No easy runs. Make the JV quarterback beat you over their head, essentially. Use his arm to beat you.
Absolutely. Put them in passing down situations. 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12 here. All of a sudden, if there's another successful defensive play, you could have a 3rd and very long. Make Luke Young have to throw early in this game. And if I'm Highland's head coach, Pharrell, I'm trying to make Luke Young's job as easy as possible tonight. Get him easy completions, maybe some rack work, maybe some type of wide receiver screens, just to get him confidence early on.
Another lengthy little stoppage there, but we're back at it here. 2nd and 11, a lot of motion in the backfield there for the Hawks. They're going to run it again. Flag on the play. Might be on Highland there. Was a good run, though, for the Hawks, barring the penalty.
Absolutely. I'm trying to see the initial indications for penalty. There's no hand signals yet, but it did seem like a great run of 8 yards. Correction, it was a gain of 6.
Gain of 6 there. They are backing up, though. Illegal shift. It's going to be a legal shift on the Hawks. And all of a sudden, a 3rd and 5 turns into a 2nd and 16.
Absolutely. I did like that creativity, though, from Highland. Get some guys in motion. Try to confuse the defense early on. Give them different looks and keep on going back to that motion. Maybe one time you give it to the receiver, another time you give it to the running back.
Another thing, too, with these motions, it kind of gives you clues for your quarterback as to whether they're blitzing, whether, they're staying back for the one, they're staying back in coverage. Excellent job there, as this time Saguaro is swallowing up the run there. 3rd and very long coming up for the Hawks.
Absolutely, and that was number 99, Claiborne Watkins, for Saguaro High School with the, it just seemed like he got unblocked, how quickly he got through that.
Swallowed him. 6'5", 287 pounds. Senior for the SaberCats. That is a big boy right there.
Got to make sure he is quiet, because last week he did have a sack, but having a sack on the first drive, he could have had monster night tonight.
Absolutely. 3rd and 19 here. The Hawks already back on their heels here. Looking like it's going to be another run and another stop in the backfield. SaberCats not letting anything go on the run right side of the ball here tonight.
An interesting play call from Highland, trying to maybe not necessarily convert on that third down, go for the Hail Mary type of play, but just play the field position battle, try and get your defense in the best spot possible.
4th and 21. It looks like the punt returner, it's going to be Tristan Armstrong, very, very dynamic two-way athlete here. Is going to be receiving it at around the 45. Punts away. No indication of a fair catch. And they're just going to yell Peter, and get the ball at around the 36-yard line for the SaberCats.
That was very close to hitting one of the Saguaro High School return team members. That was not the returner. Just a little bit of a lack of awareness there, but no harm, no foul for Saguaro.
Exactly. No harm, no foul. Tristan Armstrong, again, was the punt returner on there. You're going to see him lined up on both sides of the ball, as we said. Oh, I guess 3 sides of the ball. He was on special teams towards the bottom of your screen. He's looking to get going here on the offensive side of the ball. Been one of the more dynamic players for them this season. As big running back there, just an easy 10, 12-yard gain for Saguaro. Big run there.
That was number 9, Nikolai. Last week he had 15 rushes for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Saguaro was running hurry up early on in this game.
Nikolai Procopia, one of the better offensive players here for Saguaro, as there's Tristan Armstrong getting in some action. There's a flag on the play, but an easy 6-yard gain, getting him started here tonight.
Absolutely, and I do like that, having seemingly option plays for Marcel Jones early on, giving him the ability to make decisions, whether it's a read option, hand it off, keep it himself, and look like a little bit of an RPO there on first down.
Again, when you have an athlete as dynamic as Marcel Jones, you want to give him the ball. You want to give him the power to make most of the decisions here on the field, whether that is running, passing, whatever the case may be. We got some motion in the backfield. Jones going to sit in the pocket and just bail on the pocket. Get a quick first down there for the SaberCats.
That was a nice way. He went through all of his progressions, didn't see anyone open, and he just took off. Jones already having complete control of this game, something that I'm not surprised by after meeting him in person and just seeing how much of a control he had of his room and of his fellow teammates.
And they've had a very, they lost to start the season, or the start of the season there, played Chaparral, pretty much ran away with the game at the end of the season, as we have Jones again. This time, nothing going for Jones. Highland meeting him in the backfield, but there is going to be a flag that could be taunting.
Yeah, it did seem like there was a bit of an excessive celebration there that the ref caught early on. I'm not sure if something was said, because the celebration continued, and I thought that would have caused the flag, but
that
flag
seemed like
definitely came after the play.
A very normal celebration, but there had to be something said there at the end of the play, which is going to give Saguaro a fresh set of downs.
That's always a coaching nightmare, having a great play. That was a great play by Highland's defense, but having it brought back due to a penalty that really was unnecessary.
Unnecessary indeed. Turning a 2nd and long into 1st and 10 here. Now from the 21, not quite the red zone, but essentially the red zone here.
Yeah, just a yard away. Still have that red zone playbook out, trying to see what your best plays are here when things get a little tight.
Looks like that is a nose tackle leaving the field there. That's a very, very big nose tackle, big lineman there that's now off the field here for the Hawks. 8:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Saguaro looking to cash in after deferring to start the game. He's just going to bowl over some guys right there, though. Get maybe 2-3 yards on the play, setting up a 2nd and long situation here for the SaberCats.
In Highland student section, making some noise. I heard some loud banging, not sure what it was, and I looked over, and it did seem like their student section that isn't too big, but is making a lot of noises, banging on some type of drum over there.
2nd and 9 here. Once again, Jones with the snap. A little bit of play action there. He's going to bail in the pocket, make a guy miss. Dynamic athletes, look at him go. Makes a guy miss, another guy miss. He's going to rumble all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, SaberCats. That was beautiful right there.
And there it is, Marcel Jones' two-way ability as a passer and rusher. Last week he had 178 passing yards, but also 72 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns passing, 2 touchdowns rushing. And there we go, first drive of the game. Marcel Jones has complete control so far.
That was just dynamic right there. Making 2 or 3 guys look silly out there. That's what he did.
Yeah, that play broke down pretty quickly, but he was able to just make so many guys miss, and he did not go down. He fought all the way till the end zone.
PAT is going to be good. That was a left-handed kicker, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Yes.
left-footed. Left-footed. Excuse me, let me correct myself here. 7-0 here for the SaberCats with 7:34 remaining in the first.
And how do you think Highland is going to respond here? That first drive, they didn't have a passing attempt. I think if I'm Highland, you have to get your pass game going before Saguaro's defense in their front line just takes over. And you need the passing game to be involved in order to get the run game involved. Maybe get some play actions, some RPOs, or not RPOs, but read options, just different looks to give the Saguaro defense.
Especially if you're going to run the ball every single time, you just load 11 guys in the box at that point. If you're not assuming the pass is coming, then shoot, you're just not letting anybody run. And that's what Saguaro essentially did. Not 11 guys in the box, obviously, but very, very stacked in the box there on that first drive, which led them to get excellent field position and just an easy stroll to the end zone for that first touchdown.
Absolutely.
Again, you could tell that was a D1 athlete right there, a quarterback right there. Can you?
Yeah, that running ability, that rushing ability, that's something you see on Saturdays, something you see on Sundays even at the NFL level. So I'm very excited to see where Marcel Jones' game takes him in the coming years.
Make some noise for your Hawks special teams. Friday night, here we go.
Highland here trying to get their first win of the season. Saguaro looking to improve to 3-2 on the season right before division conference. Is it conference play or is it division play here?
I believe it is division play.
Division play, yes. These wins especially or these games especially are very important right before conference play. Kind of set yourself up, set the table for one excellent run in division play, and then 2, having a strong out-of-conference schedule, out-of-division schedule for the playoffs coming up.
Absolutely. The playoffs do not start next week, but every week you have to think about the playoffs, what your seeding's going to be, how you're preparing every week for your biggest games.
Especially with a program as important as Saguaro, as they are going to throw a pass. They look like that was some RPO action. You called it right there. A positive play there for the Hawks.
Absolutely, and that was not anyone that was on my play sheet at least. We were told that Luke Young was going to be starting at quarterback, but it did look like it was number 23.
Number 23, as you can hear us shuffling through our play sheets here. At least on our sheets here, probably wrong. Jackson Compensino? I would not assume that is the quarterback there. But another pass right there, a little bit of a screen play there. Saguaro not having anything this time, though. 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play on 2nd and down. 2nd and short, you've got to make those big plays if you're Saguaro. If you're Highland, you've got to pick up those short yardage situations because 3rd downs really do determine the game. So the biggest way, if you're struggling on 3rd down, the best way to deal with that, just don't get to 3rd down. Make it 1st and 2nd down, get yourself in a much better situation.
3rd and 1, though. Let's see what Highland decides to do here. It looks like there was a jump there. No call there. 3rd and 1. Able to hold back a little bit, Saguaro was. Look at that box. There's a lot of SaberCats in the box there. Going to be a quick handoff, and he's going to go ahead and get a 1st down and more. Down to the 30, the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, down to the 20. There is a flag, though.
Unfortunately, I did see that flag. It was an illegal block in the back by the receiver on the right side.
3rd and that was a huge play. Highland needed exactly that. But again, little mistakes like that turn 1st downs and big plays into moving the chains back a little bit.
Absolutely. The silver lining is that block was a huge block in the development of the play. It would have been a 1st down regardless, but that block was what turned that play from a 1st down to a potential touchdown for Highland.
Unfortunate there. It's good to see Saguaro's visiting side here. A good little turnout here for one of Arizona's top programs, at least all time. So many state titles. If you've been to Saguaro Stadium, they have at the back of their home field section all of their state titles. It's so many. It's too many to count, honestly.
Absolutely. And when I was talking to Saguaro High School in the preseason, head coach Darius Kelly was talking about all the pressure that was put on him fairly when he was the first-year head coach last year and how he's looking to bounce back from that slightly disappointing season.
Absolutely. They are going to get the first down, though. So positive, take the positives what they are. It is a first down and a fresh set of downs for Highland. There are some positives you are starting to see here. Look for a little slip screen, little behind the sticks action. Nothing going there. It's going to be second down.
Yeah, Jaden Wiseman was the targeted receiver there. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. Not an awful throw, not an awful route. It just seemed like they were about a yard off on where Wiseman expected the ball to come from and where the quarterback expected Wiseman to be.
And the crazy thing about this Saguaro defense, it seems wherever the ball goes, there's 2 or 3 SaberCats waiting to pounce on it. Very scary defensively if you are any skill position on Highland. Look at that. Look at the, again, showing blitz there. That box is very full. We're going to keep talking about it all here tonight. At least I am.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, showing blitz, and it does look like they're going to send at least 6 guys here.
Motioning at one of the wide receivers, though. A little bit play action, going to send it downfield. A little bit of a tripping play, though. Lots of dirty laundry. I think that was very clearly pass interference, though, on the SaberCats.
Yeah, absolutely. And in high school, pass interference is not the worst thing in the world because it is a 15-yard penalty, not a spot foul. So although that does give Highland a first down, it's better than giving up a touchdown if the D-back did think that he was going to get burnt.
Absolutely. And credit to Highland. I was thinking it was Logan Wood on the intended target. If he was able to break free, that would have been a huge play for the Hawks, potentially a touchdown play. So technically a touchdown-saving play by the defender, even though it is a penalty. You know, you'll take it where you can get it right there.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here for the Hawks. Now close to midfield. Blitz coming, though. No flag. Yeah, there it is. That might be offside. Oh, it's going to be false start. False start on the Hawks there.
We do have mixed
calls, though. Let's see. Saguaro is backing up, and it looks like, yep, it's going to be 5 yards going Highland's way. It's going to be 1st and 5 now.
It does seem like Saguaro is trying to get that offensive line of Highland to jump on these plays. And, I mean, that's just a risky game to play. 1st and 10, all of a sudden it's 1st and 5. Much more manageable.
They look a little spooked, honestly. I see, there we go. That was another almost jump there. Let's see if they call it. No.
Yeah, it seems like number 99 there. He's jumping, but he's not quite jumping off sides. Just trying to get some type of movement from that.
Not in the neutral zone. So, again, it's such a tricky play. It's a very savvy play, honestly. It's a shot down the field, right into the hands of a Saguaro defender. All the way down the sideline for the 40. Making a guy miss, down to the 30. Tiptoeing down the sideline to on the 25-yard line. There is a flag, though. Let's see what they call on the play. That was an interception. I do believe that is going to be Saguaro ball, regardless of the call.
That is number 25, Kasai Mitchell, with a big interception and a big return. We will see if that gets called back at all due to this flag.
Let's see what they end up calling here. I think regardless, though, since it looked like the flag happened after the interception, I believe Saguaro retains possession, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it seems like it was an illegal block and back on the return, which is not too common just because we don't see many D-backs or defensive linemen trying to make blocks too often.
How do you coach that? How do you coach, like, pick 6 returns? Like, do you have, like, pick 6 drills?
I personally just wouldn't even waste time on that on defense. There's so many more bigger, better things to worry about. The difference between getting a pick 6 or just a pick, I mean, obviously it's the difference of 6, 7 points, but at the same time, those are big plays regardless.
5-16, Saguaro is going to take possession at around where Highland was, around midfield. Marcelo Jones very dynamic on that last drive. Let's see what he has in store here again for this second one. Motioning over a wide receiver there. Jones is going to take a shot down the sideline. Tristan Armstrong is going to almost be able to come down with that ball. I like the call, though. Taking a shot down the field. You have a lead. The pick, the momentum from there. I like the call right there.
Absolutely. Why not? It seems like everything's been going Saguaro's way so far, so why not take a deep shot on first down?
2nd and 10 here for the SaberCats. Jones receiving the call from their coach. Trips towards the top of your screen there, then one more receiver by himself towards the bottom. That's going to be Armstrong towards the bottom of your screen here. Takes a snap in shotgun. Blitz coming. Sails it over his head. That was almost an interception there.
Absolutely, and those are just the timing and communications route. As you see Marcel talking to his receiver there, those are just routes that both the receiver and quarterback have to be more on page of, is this going to be a 10-yard comeback? Is it going to be a 15-yard curl? You just have to know that before it could be too little too late after throwing a potential interception there.
Could have been a little bit of miscommunication there. You see that happen a lot on almost every level. It's going to be a quick screenplay, though, to Procopio, I believe, and he's going to be tackled right around the original starting point. It's going to be 4th and 10. Great stop there by the Hawks there.
It did look like it was linebacker Cole Allen making that grab. And I do apologize if there is any incorrect call-outs by me for Highland tonight, just because their jerseys from the angle that we are at, the blue does not contrast with the gray very well.
I cannot tell their number. I will agree. I will vouch for sure.
Yeah, but that was for sure Cole Allen with the big play there. 4th down. It does look like Saguaro is going to send their punt team out.
Now, here's the interesting thing here. Saguaro, from what I can understand here, they seem to be the more prepared team in terms of, like, everyone's healthy. Most of their players are healthy. You know, they're not dealing with quarterback issues, this, that, and the third, right? The only way I feel like Saguaro could lose this game is if they beat themselves. Looks like it's going to be a punt to around the 20-yard line. Great punt there, putting Highland at around the 21-yard line.
Absolutely, and to your point, a good check to see if a team is healthy going into every single game, high school, NFL, college level. Just look at the sideline, see how many guys have helmets on or helmets near them, how many of them are wearing shorts, and just in comparison to their whole uniform top to bottom, it does seem like Saguaro is very healthy in this game.
And health, that is one of the more, it's not something you can necessarily coach to, health. But if you have health towards the end of the season, you're already at an advantage to a lot of other teams.
Absolutely.
3:57 here remaining in the first quarter. Highland taking possession once again after the 4 and out there, or 3 and out. Going to be a quick little screenplay. Nothing going there for the Hawks there. SaberCats swarming there on that play.
I do like that play call by Highland. If there's a question mark at quarterback and you're not too sure how to get him going, just get these quick screens going and get Saguaro's defense guessing. They are guessing correctly on pretty much all of these plays, but just try to make them spread out a little bit. That way you can open up the run game.
Absolutely. Elijah Jackson there is coming down all the way from the opposite side of the field and helping with that tackle there. Looks like he's playing safety here tonight. He's listed as a DB. 2nd and long here. Drops back. A little bit of a tricky handoff there. He's going to get maybe 3 or 4 yards, but again, Saguaro's having none of it here from the run side of the ball tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a fake end around turned into a draw play there for the Highland Hawks. It was a solid gain. Put yourself in 3rd and a little bit more manageable, but Saguaro's defense has been all over every single play tonight.
It was an awkward handoff, but you know what? You got positive yards off there, so if that's how you do it, that's how you do it. 3rd and 6 here for the Hawks. Again, showing blitzer from the linebacker spot there. Looks like there's going to be 6 guys in the box there. Not letting the run beat them here today. There's going to be trips towards the top of your screen, though. In shotgun, drops back, fires it across to the sideline. Flag coming in, though. And it looks like it's going to be a fresh set of downs here for the Hawks off of the penalty.
Absolutely, and Saguaro's coaching staff does not agree with that call. Obviously, they're not going to agree with many calls against them, but they thought that was clean coverage from my angle. It did look like relatively clean coverage, but I could definitely see there was a little bit of a handsy movement in that route.
Pass interference here. Saguaro's fans were on the Saguaro side of the field here. They are not happy with that call at all either.
Yeah, absolutely not.
first and 10 here for the Hawks, though. 2:21. We were talking about it. Saguaro cannot let them beat themselves, if that makes sense here. You cannot let Highland kind of gain momentum here. Going to be a handoff there. He's going to try to bounce it outside. Again, met at around the line. Down he goes. It's going to be second and long here.
Yeah, absolutely. And this front line by Saguaro has been getting after not only the quarterback, but after the run game all night. I haven't seen many gaps outside of that big run play that was partially called back due to the illegal block in the back. There hasn't been too many gaps in this Saguaro SaberCats front line.
And a very talented front line. We talked about it earlier. A lot of talented guys here on this Saguaro defense. Second and 10, 1:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Looked like they were trying to draw him offsides. It looks like they're changing the play here. Let's see, on the play clock running out here. Oh, the play clock isn't running. Excuse me. What do I know? It's going to be run to the outside. And he looks like he's going to be spotted at around the 50. Could be third and super short, or at first down. Let's see where they ended up spotting him. Around the 49.
Yeah, Highland's still in their own territory, but very manageable third down. This is potentially 4-down territory here. You can't kick a field goal from 60, 70 yards, but you are able to go for it here. So knowing that, I would expect a run play here.
If I'm not mistaken, Highland has yet to arrive in the Saguaro side of the field. So this is a very big play just for their offense in general. For 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Time running here. Under center here is going to be a quick handoff. And look, there's plenty of room to run for the Hawk. Down to around the 35-yard line. And they're in Saguaro territory.
And that was number 4 running back Cayman. He's a 5'9" senior making a big play there for the Highland Hawks. Just a little bit of a misdirection, maybe a little bit of a counter for Highland. Get some space on that left side of the field and just take off.
Cayman Molyneux there with the big first down, and it looks like they're going to take it into the second quarter here.
Loosen that up, and then you can use that to level it.
Looks like we're going to head into the first quarter here. 7-0 Saguaro. Highland is indeed driving it down the field. What are your thoughts here at the end of this quarter?
I mean, only one score not a huge scoring first quarter, but we are going to be going to our first commercial of the night.
Hey fans, Vince with the Varsity Sports Show. You've had the rest. Now treat yourself to the best Japanese grill in Arizona. It's the Boss. Boss Bachi Japanese Grill in Mesa. Grilled shrimp, steak, and all the best veggies with or without a twist of spice. Sure to please everyone. Dine in or take out. Located at University and Country Club in Mesa. Open daily. 602-859-3759. The Boss. Boss Bachi. Hablamos Español.
I'm Abigail Hardy here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm with head coach of the Highland High School. Coach, both sides of your team did really well last game. What was practice like going into a game like this today?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we just focused on all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams, and just locking back in on focusing on football again. I mean, coming off a big win, it's really easy to become complacent. And I think we've made a good focus on that.
Battle by both sides, but Highland is driving, having their best offensive drive of the game so far.
In shotgun, going to be another run play here. And he's going to break away. All sorts of green grass in front of him. Little bit of a kind of a showboaty touchdown. Let's see what the flag is, though. All sorts of activity on that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there at the end of that run. If I had to guess, he saw the ref pull his flag out of his pocket and throw it, and that's when I saw he had a little bit of a reaction. So I think he was just reacting to that touchdown being called back.
Some of the Saguaro defensive players signaling that it's going to be on Highland. Again, you don't necessarily take that fully for what it is, but that is going to be a penalty, wiping away a touchdown from Cayman Molyneux there.
Absolutely, and penalties so far have been a big story of this game. We've had 2 or 3 of the biggest plays of the game get called back to some extent due to penalty.
It's going to be still 1st and 5. It looks like it was going to be spot of the flag regardless. But 1st and 5 here for the Hawks. It is true that their run game is starting to pay dividends, though. Saguaro letting a couple of these runs break through. It's going to be under center once again. On the bootleg, going to send it downfield, wide open by himself. Was he in bounds? And he is not in bounds, it looks like. No, he was not. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, there was no signal for the refs there for a few seconds after the play. It did look like a big play.
Broken play there. He was alone. He was alone right there on that side of the field. Just unable to haul it in, unfortunately. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Absolutely. I've seen that play scheme in the NFL a ton to get tight ends open all the time. And that was a great play call, but just unfortunately a little bit overthrown.
11:43 here. Going to be some play action, a little screen play, unable to haul it in. That looked like another big play there if he was able to haul it in for the Hawks.
Absolutely. He would have had only one defender that he would have had to make miss to potentially get into the end zone.
3rd and 5 now, though, and the Hawks are they're getting opportunities. They're getting this close to scoring. It's just executing and finally putting it all together here for Highland.
Absolutely, and that's a good sign for Highland. You know, you're on a 3rd-plus string quarterback here, and you're getting all of these great opportunities. Even if they're not working on this play, they might work on the next one.
Again, under center here, a little bit of a trickeration. It's going to be a handoff right at the end. Is he able to break it past the goal to gain? It looks like he might have it. Yes, it's going to be another 1st down for Highland.
Seeing those referees on the sideline always signal for that 1st down, telling the chain gang to move, is for me personally one of the biggest joys in watching football in person. The little things like that, the student sections, the bands, little details like that make football so fun.
Absolutely. The run game, very, very successful right now for Highland. Saguaro's going to need to put a button on that, so to speak, put a cap on it. Going to be in, looks like the refs signaling the play dead there. Looks like there's a substitution. 11:03 here, remaining in the 2nd quarter. Time once again starting up. Under center once again, Highland is. Lots of tricky plays here. Looking to be more play action. Sails it over the Highland offensive player's head. Saguaro almost coming down with the pick there. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Absolutely. These play actions have been working. Play action bootleg to the right there, but it just didn't seem like the quarterback knew exactly where. I believe that was number 18 for Highland. That was Logan Ward, the target on the play.
And again, apologize, folks. It is very hard to tell the numbers from where we're sitting. I do like the uniforms, though, gray and green. That's a very, very nice color. Very
Absolutely.
nice
Giving a little Coastal Carolina vibe.
That's the vibe I was looking for, yeah. All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Hawks. Looks like he's going to be in shotgun here. Handoff once again. Going to break a couple tackles in the backfield. Going to keep rumbling. Let's see where they spot him. That was a very, very angry run there for Highland.
Absolutely. That's a grown man run right there. He's still talking to the sideline, hyping himself up, banging his helmet multiple times. He's really fired up right there.
Absolutely. Highland, again, Highland trying to get their 1st win of the season against a program like Saguaro. You know, this would be a very, very good feeling for the Hawks, especially what they've gone through this season. The gauntlet, so to speak. Getting a win here would be very, very nice, especially in front of their home crowd.
Absolutely, and I would expect Highland to continue getting Max Brown involved after a big, angry run like that.
Once again, another run play. Going to be another play action. Another one of those slip screens that he's able to just maybe get a couple yards on there, but it looks like they're getting very, very close to breaking these big plays here.
That was Cruz Cullimore on 1st down with the reception, doing a little bit of everything as the running back tonight.
2nd down and 6, deep into Saguaro territory. A lot of trickeration here, a lot of different play actions, RPOs, little misdirections in the backfield. And this was how Highland was going to stay in this game. Confuse the Saguaro defensive unit here. Excellent drive thus far. Looking to draw them off sides there, potentially now getting the play call. Twin backs in the backfield with their quarterback, which I am assuming is Luke Young. Snap up. Another little misdirection. Looks like it was a jet sweep action, kind of, sort of. It's going to be a positive gain for Highland.
And we'll be third and very short here. But Highland has had a very impressive drive, a long drive. They've had it for, if I had to guess, at least 8 minutes.
Keeping the ball, you know what? Another way you're going to win this game, keeping the ball in your own hands, not letting Saguaro, with their dynamic offensive threats, put drives together, keeping it when the time is a possession game.
Absolutely tire out that SaberCat defense.
3rd and 1 here from the 5 there's not much wind right now, but is this a 4th down situation if you're Highland?
Yeah, their kicker in pregame warmups was looking very sharp, so I might just take the 3 points if I'm Highland. But on the potential 4th and 1, if there's an incompletion or something of the sorts, I would understand why you'd go for it on 4th down here.
8:15 and counting here. Very, very long drive here. More misdirection in the backfield. Let's see if they're able. But there's a fumble. Saguaro recovers. And an excellent drive all of a sudden turns into a disaster. And the SaberCats are going to take over.
And it looked like that was number 19 who recovered the fumble. Brady Shaw recovered that fumble. A freshman on this defensive line making a big-time recovery there.
Brady Shaw, the freshman there. That was just, oh, man, that's unfortunate for Highland there, huh?
Absolutely. We were talking a little bit too soon about should the Highland Hawks take 7 or should they take 3. SaberCats said not so fast. We're just going to take the ball.
We're just going to take the ball. You end up with 0. Starting from the 13, Jones in the backfield, going to give it to Armstrong, who's just going to run down to around the 20-yard line. Good gain there for the SaberCats.
9-yard first down gain, make it 2nd and very manageable. I would expect SaberCats to take a little bit of a shot here.
Also could just take the first down, leaping like a gazelle. Oh, my goodness. You see him jump? Oh, my goodness, like a gazelle in the backfield. Play was called dead, unfortunately, but that would have been a first down.
Absolutely. Looks like it'll be a false start or illegal motion that will bring that play back and make it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 here. Jackson Peel looks like was on the false start there.
2nd down and 7 for the SaberCats.
3 wide receivers towards the top of your screen, 1 towards the bottom. It's going to be Jones once again in shotgun, and it looks like Procopio in the backfield with him. Motioning out towards the side. Jones is going to take a quick slant down the middle. Quick gain for Armstrong. It's going to be first down.
Tristan Armstrong, has had a very good game so far. Last week, 3 for 36, but it seems like the game plan was to get him much more involved this week.
3-star athlete he is. Very, very dynamic athlete they have there. Trying to get the run game going for the SaberCats. Highland having none of it. It's going to be 2nd and long.
There we go at that student section, making noise yet again. Does seem like this Highland Hawks defense has been able to get crucial stops when their crowd and when everyone has been able to support them.
Looks like a substitution for Highland there. Once again, 2nd and long, trying to get a quick strike off to the side, and unfortunately it's going to be 3rd and long now here for the SaberCats.
And it did seem like that pass was batted down very close to the line of scrimmage.
And that will bring up a
big 3rd down here for the SaberCats. 3rd and 9. Highland trying to shake off the fumble, get the ball back into their offense's hands, who was trucking down the field. Jones in the backfield, plenty of time to move, able to kind of find his way, kind of find the first down very easily. Let's see where they spot him, though. It's going to be 4th and very short, it looks like. No, it's going to be 4th and 5 here.
Stop by that Hawks defense.
It's going to be 4th and 5 here. It looks like they're going to send the... No, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, Marcel Jones is staying on the field, so I'm not sure if... It does seem like there's a little bit of a tough communication here.
They are going to go for it here. Very telling what they do here. See where the quarterback lines up. They could go for a quarterback punt here. That is something that's been happening. Or they can just go straight, go for it. 4th and 4 here in shotgun. They're just going to go for it. Plenty of time to move. Pressure going. Marcel Jones, quick strike over the middle, and it's picked off by the Hawks. Down to the 50, 45, 40. Try to navigate all the pressure. What a tip drill. Tip drill coming in once again. Highland's going to hit the ball around the 45.
That is number 5, Grady Crandall with the interception there. It does seem like there's a flag on the field, if I'm not mistaken. That might be, yep, that is going to be a flag. I did not see that before the pass was thrown, so I'd expect it to be on the return.
Unbelievable there. Just trying to make something work, Jones, off of the receiver's hands. And then you practice tip drill for a reason, right? We're talking about pick six drill. Maybe not do that, but tip drill, you absolutely do for situations like that.
Absolutely. And initially I was thinking, Grady, just go down. Don't intercept the ball, because the field positioning would have been slightly better if he didn't catch it there, if he initially went down. But he wrapped around all the way back to that home sideline to celebrate with his teammates and got even better field positioning than I ever imagined he could have.
From the 33 here, 6-17. Let's see if Highland goes back to kind of just nickeling and diming your way down the field. Play action. Shot down the field. One-on-one coverage. Picked off right back. And we're playing ping pong here at Highland Stadium.
That is number 12, Elijah Jackson. This game has been wild and hectic so far. Turnovers on multiple drives for both teams. Penalties, big plays. This is what Arizona high school football is all about.
Elijah Jackson, safety for the SaberCats, not letting any deep throws go over his head. Instead, he's just going to take it himself.
Absolutely. That was a 50-50 ball. If you're a young quarterback, that is a shot that it is very risky, but honestly, it's not the worst shot in the world if you are trying to get a big play. But Elijah Jackson was not having any of that.
And if there's any bright side, we're starting at around the 2-yard line, so maybe an arm punt on first down. But from the 2-yard line, let's see if Saguaro's able to shake off the pick that just happened. It literally just happened. Kind of getting a second lease here for the SaberCats. Going to try to run, get some room in the backfield for their offense to do what they need to do here.
That was a great first down run by Brig Randall, the two-way running back and outside linebacker. Last week he had 3 rushes for 20 yards and 3 receptions for 40 yards. So let's see if he'll get even more involved later in this game.
He goes back at it again. That was a very violent tackle from the Hawks. Very angry tackle. It's going to be third down now.
And those tackles are the reason why I do not play football. I would be retiring out for the season. But credit to Brig Randall getting right back up to play the next down.
Third down once again. Highlands crowd is getting into it here. 3rd and 4. Jones in the backfield. Pressure coming, going to roll out to his right. Take a shot down the field. Could have been a free play there. There is flags in the backfield. Let's see what they call here. This could be holding on Saguaro. Oh, I'm thinking, I think that's a legal man downfield. Holding on the offense. There you go.
And that is something that, very fortunately for Saguaro, they were not still in their own end zone, because holding while you have the ball in the end zone is an automatic safety. So that first down run by Brig Randall proved to be very, very beneficial for the SaberCats.
And this has turned into a game of attrition here now for Highland and Saguaro, trying to just survive the mistakes both of them are making. 5:15 remaining here in the second quarter, punting in their end zone, so this is a little spooky.
And Highland doesn't expect a big punt. The punt returner only at around the 36-yard line.
Backs up a little. There is a flag.
Multiple refs got that one.
Looks like it's going to be on Highland. This is a 4th and 4, though. Let's see what this call is.
A Highland penalty would likely create a first down for Saguaro.
Refs are convening here. This is a very important call, after all. Back judge right around where the punt returner was. He's the one, he threw a flag from what we saw. So he saw something around, he clearly saw something. They're convening right now to talk about it.
Yep, offense is going back on the field.
Oh, no. Saguaro, again, given a gift there. All of a sudden back on the field here. It's going to be first down.
Looks like we're about to get an official announcement from the crew.
Remember, we're covering for Saguaro, so we want to keep them in the positive.
Penalty was against Highland. SaberCats with the ball, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 here for the SaberCats.
How do you get things going for Saguaro here? Interception on the last drive. But that first quarter, they started the game off very strong, has been very quiet since.
I would look to get Armstrong involved, perhaps. Procopio's another dynamic player they have on this offensive front. It's going to be a quick run for around 4 or 5 yards for the SaberCats.
There you go. Coach Kelly must have been listening to you. Getting it to Procopio there on first down, making it 2nd and around 5 or so.
2nd and manageable, 5 minutes remaining here. Saguaro giving another chance to get another drive going. Let's see if they're able to capitalize. 4 minutes, 47 seconds and counting. A little bit of a high snap. Still able to reel it in. And it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and short here for the SaberCats.
I don't see why to go away from Procopio here. He's been able to pick up 4 or 5 yards on both of these carries this drive.
They got some big boys coming in. This is a power set here for the SaberCats. Procopio off the field, though. Saguaro, big power set here. A handoff. He's just going to fall forward. Let's see if he got enough.
It looks like the refs have given 2 slightly different spots, but it's going to be 4th down.
Going to be 4th down here from around the 21. We talked about it before, the war of attrition. Let's see what they decide to do here. Jones getting the call. Big play here for the SaberCats. They do get ball at the start of the 2nd half, so maybe they think if they keep the ball coming into the rest of the quarter, just get a quick score here, maybe keep Highland off the field. That would be huge. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
A timeout by Saguaro. It did seem like there was some miscommunication, but we will be going to our 2nd break.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep.
Welcome back here. A big play for the SaberCats coming up. 4th and 2. It looks like they're going to go ahead and elect to punt here.
In the offense, it looked like Marcel Jones and the rest of this Saguaro SaberCats offense wanted to stay out there. I think that might have been what the timeout was about, just trying to decide whether they should go or punt.
Making sure everyone is on the right page here. Highland, again, not really respecting the punter. They're going to be lining up at around the 45. This is a punt from the 21. Snap is up. Punt is going. Punt's going to be around midfield here. A little bit of a mishandling of the punt there. It's going to be down at around the 47-yard line in Saguaro territory.
That is great start field positioning for the Hawks.
Saguaro looking to keep Highland off the board here. If you're Highland, if you're Saguaro, excuse me, what are you doing to keep Highland off the board here?
Well, you have to be knowledgeable of the clock. Don't worry about it too much. There's still a ton of time for the Hawks. But just know if they start driving, be aware. Don't give up a big play. It's not the worst thing to give up a 5 or 6 yard gain if it's going to take up so much time off the clock.
Again, nothing over your head. Looking like they're going to lead. They're stacking the box once again here. Looks like there's 8 guys around there. 1 safety up top, a couple DBs surrounding, kind of countering this big set here from Highland. Nothing going there on the run there this time. It's going to be 2nd and long.
It does look like Highland before the play. I'm not sure if they're trying to get the SaberCats to jump off sides or if they're calling 2 plays at the huddle and optioning to 1 based off what the defense looks like. But there are certain plays where everyone on that Hawks offense at the same time in unison looks over to the coaching staff for direction.
Trying to draw. Again, every yard you can get, you're trying to earn every single yard any way you can. Pressure looks like it's coming from the left side from Saguaro. Let's see how Highland counters that. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen here. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Here comes the pressure. Clean pressure. Here he comes. Down he goes. And he's hype in the backfield for the SaberCats. 3rd and long coming up.
Number 11, Braden Strom with a big-time sack there.
2-12 and counting here for the SaberCats. And now you might want to think about, getting your offense back on the field, maybe stopping the clock here. Highland getting the play, 2 minutes and counting here.
Absolutely. And like you said a few plays ago, absolutely nothing over your head right now if you're the SaberCats. No preventable penalties, and just keep everything in front of you.
2 safeties deep right now. They're looking to do just that. Pressure comes. It's going to be a quick little slip screen. See if they're able to make an open field tackle. They are not able to. Down the field he goes from the 30 to the 20. This will be a touchdown for the Hawks. Unbelievable run there. 3rd and 18. They go with the slip screen. Highland turns a 3rd and 18 into 6, and we're looking for a tie game before the end of the half.
That was Cruz Cullimore. It looks like he is a junior, 5'9" running back, also listed at strong safety, scoring the first points of the game for the Hawks tonight, potentially tying this game up before the half.
That was a very, very excellent run there. Breaking tackles, navigating the open field. Highland looking to tie here. Saguaro kind of got shocked there. It was in over your head. They let the guy underneath beat him there, and now it's a tie game. 7-7 here.
Got to give a lot of credit to that Hawks offensive line right there. They were able to fool the SaberCats front line, get a little bit of a misdirection, and for the screen, I saw about 5 or 6 perfectly executed blocks in a row for the Hawks. Just a great play call and execution.
Nothing you could really do there if you're Saguaro. That was just a very well executed play here. 1:35 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. You're going to want, with 1:35, it looks like they have 2 timeouts remaining here. They do. You do get ball at the end of at the start of the next half. 1:35, you get 2 timeouts. This is 2-minute offense right here. What is the aim here for the SaberCats?
Just get a little bit of momentum going into half, whether that means getting a couple first downs, turning that into a field goal attempt, into 7 points, into a touchdown. Just get momentum into the second half because they've been relatively quiet in the 2nd quarter and really even in the 1st quarter after their first drive.
It's going to be on Marcel Jones and company here to get a drive going. You got 90 seconds, 95 seconds to do what you got to do here if you are Saguaro.
Set to kick off, number 5, Grady Crandall.
Just got to make sure you're aware of the timeouts, the time remaining, and the first down marker. Don't make any big mistakes that you're going to regret at halftime, and just play freely.
No silly mistakes as well. No silly mistakes. It's going to fall harmlessly into the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback for the SaberCats.
SaberCats taking over here. If you are Saguaro, what are some players you're looking to kind of jumpstart this offense?
I mean, Tristan Armstrong is someone that I'm looking to get involved early and often in this drive. But honestly, you can run the ball a few times if they are big chunk plays. 90 seconds, 2 timeouts, that's still enough time to be able to run the football.
Absolutely here. Jones getting set to take the field here. Very, very crucial moment here in this game. 135, 95 seconds to make something work here. Jones in the backfield. Takes the snap, shotgun, gets it to Armstrong to start the drive, and you're going to have to go quick here. 129 and counting. And it looks like, do they go ahead and take the timeout? Looks like they do. Let's see who takes the timeout, though.
Initial signaling was that it was the SaberCats, but it does look like it was the Hawks.
Highland taking the timeout here. 2 timeouts remaining for both teams. Tie game, 1:27 remaining in the first quarter.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Anuajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Viva Varsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 timeouts for both teams running 7-7. Saguaro with the ball, 2nd and 3. Saguaro trying to cash in some points before the end of the half. They do get the ball to start the second half. So keep that in mind as we continue this drive. 2nd and 3 here. 2 wide receivers to the top and the bottom of your screen here. Marcel Jones once again in the backfield. Plenty of time to navigate, do what he needs to do. Bit of a spin move there. Let's see where they end up spotting him. Is he short of the first down marker?
The ref signals that is a first down.
That is a first down. That is going to stop the clock there. Giving some time for the SaberCats to get the play, keep the drive going.
First down, SaberCats.
First down, SaberCats. 1:19 remaining. Clock will start on the ref's signal.
Timeout.
Oh, it's going to be another timeout for Highland. Highland, it looks like they want the ball back. We're going to cut to another break.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
1:19 remaining. Highland calling that last timeout there. 1:19 remaining here in the first quarter. Saguaro still has 2 timeouts in their back pocket as they continue this drive at around the 30-yard line.
And Highland, a questionable decision to use both of those timeouts, almost doing the SaberCats a favor in stopping the clock for them.
1:19 and counting here. Clean pocket. It's going to send a quick pass. Looking for, looks like Armstrong there, unable to connect. Looks like there is a flag in the backfield.
There is a flag on the play.
The unfortunate thing is, number 71 for the SaberCats, it looks like that is Johnny Sue, does have a yellow towel. So sometimes I'm not sure if these are flags on the play or if it's just his towel that fell over.
At least in this case, that is a positive play there for the SaberCats. Notable to note here for the SaberCats, it looks like Ashton Panel has checked in at quarterback for the SaberCats. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 towards the top. 1:15 and counting. Another shotgun play. A quick little stick route there. Able to get it across midfield. Drive continues.
There we go. Procopio again, listed as a tight end, but last week he had 15 rushing attempts. The do-it-all tight end, running back, receiver with another first down.
Once again, going to be another first down here. 1 minute now, eclipsing the 1 minute mark. Clean pocket. Going to be another quick first down. Getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Absolutely, and there we go. That's actually number 10 at quarterback, Ashton Panel.
54 seconds remaining here.
2nd and 3 here. I would expect another, just continue passing the ball. These quick throws have been working.
They've been very effective here. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Looked like Armstrong had his guy beat, just had a safety to shake off, but unable to connect there. It's going to now be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it looked like Armstrong wanted to be targeted just a little later in that breaking route, but after the play, he looks over to the coaching staff and says, that one was on me.
51 seconds remaining, 3rd and 3. Highlands crowd comes alive a little bit here. Clean pocket, able to roll out to his right on the run, able to get the quick first down. There is a flag, though.
Not sure what this flag is going to be. It came from the middle of the field. Really could have been on anyone here.
Holding on Saguaro, unfortunately. 43 seconds, wiping out that first down. Now it's going to be 3rd and long here. Highland with a timeout remaining, so they could elect to use it on this next play there if they're unable to convert on first down here. So it's very important for Saguaro to get this first down.
And the ref takes a timeout just to communicate with the other refs.
Making sure everything, spotting is all good. Everything's nice and handy. Everything's nice and good to go.
There we go again. I would expect this Highland Hawks crowd to get hyped, to get loud on this 3rd down. So very important for the SaberCats communication to be very strong before the play.
Pennell in the backfield here, heading up the quarterback position here. Shotgun once again, 2 wide receivers towards the top and the bottom of your screen here. 2 safeties up top for the Hawks. 51 seconds even. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 13 shotgun, motioning over number 80 for Saguaro. Pressure's coming. He's going to rip it down the field. One guy to beat. Unable to make the circus catch. It's going to be 4th down.
It seemed like both the receiver and the D-back took a bad angle on that ball thrown by Pennell, but incomplete pass. Looks like Saguaro's going to send the punt team out there and just try and take it to halftime.
45 seconds remaining here. It looks like, I believe this is a common theme with Saguaro games. It's super close in the first half. Super, super close. So another, a bit of the same thing happening here. Tough, grinded out games for for Saguaro here. Highland getting ready for punt return. They do get ball again at the start of the next half.
Very important to remember going into halftime who gets the ball coming out of it, because that can lead all the momentum. If you have some momentum going into halftime, you score after half, all of a sudden that's a game changer.
Punt is away. A little bit of a short punt though. It's going to fall harmlessly at around, let's see where they end up spotting it. It looks like around the 25.
And that again is Tristan Armstrong punting it. Looks like he's going to stay out on the field to play some defense.
So he punts it. He's the returner. He plays defense. He plays offense.
What does he not do?
What does he not do, right? Travis Hunter, he plays both sides of the ball, but let's see, Tristan Armstrong, he plays
seen him punt.
4 sides of the ball here. I haven't seen him punt. I haven't seen him kick. Listen, you want to talk about dynamic athletes.
Absolutely. The endurance and just overall stamina, mental toughness that it takes to play all 3 levels of football.
I couldn't imagine it. Again, some misdirection from Highland. Once again, they've been very successful on it tonight. 30 seconds remaining. Highland has 1 timeout. Let's see if they elect to use it now, use it later, maybe take a shot down the field, or are we just going into halftime? 20 seconds and counting for Highland.
Does not look like this offense has any intention of lining up for another play.
Are we going into half? It looks like we are. Tie game here between the Hawks and the SaberCats here. with Saguaro getting the ball to start the second half. Tough, gritty game we got going on.
I'm Abigail Hardy here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here with head coach of the Highland High School. Coach, this has been a rainstorm delay, lightning. You've already dealt with this in Texas. How did your team keep that momentum going in today?
Yeah, like I said, we dealt with it in Texas, and we had to get up at 3 in the morning and play on the next day, so this is a walk in the park.
And then lastly, you have a couple quarterbacks out, and then tell me about this new JV quarterback that's coming in for you guys today.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Rylan Ray has struggled at quarterback, so he's going to play receiver today. We promoted our JV quarterback, Luca Cotradimos. He's got a good arm, had a good week of practice. We'll see if he can handle the Friday Night Lights.
Cool. Thank you so much, Coach. I'm Abigail Hardy with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Abigail Hardy here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here with head coach of Saguaro High School. Coach, both sides of your team did really well last game. What was practice like going into a game like this today?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we just focused on all three phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams, and just locking back in on focusing on football again. I mean, coming off a big win, it's really easy to become complacent, and I think we made a good focus on that a week, and I think our guys took a hold of it, so it was great.
And then we've seen wide receiver Oliver Gibbs give up good stats so far, and then especially with your quarterback. Describe me like the chemistry they've had this early in the season.
Yeah, the chemistry just dates all the way back to November for those guys. I mean, they did doing a fantastic job working together. I think all of our receivers and our Coach Mazzoni and getting those guys going, and Coach Terrence Miller, the wide receiver coach, and all those guys just getting them out there and just getting their timing down. It's been a great off season, and now we're into the season now. It's just awesome to see what they're doing.
Yeah. And then lastly, this is your third road game, and then you're finally heading back home next week. But we know Highland is a very enthusiastic crowd. What do you guys have planned for tonight to get you back home next week?
Yeah, just focus on the little things, the details of the game, all three phases. We just want to dominate tonight as best as we can, and they're a really good team. I mean, they're 0-4 right now, but they worked hard. They played a lot of great teams, so we got to come out and play the game the right way. And that's the only way we can get to next week healthy and do all those things.
Thank you, Coach. I'm Abigail Hardy with the Varsity Sports Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Guajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Viva Varsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldie's Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto, and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, A-A-P-A-K, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hi everyone, this is Patrick Cohen with Varsity Sports Radio. I'm so excited to be bringing you a video recap this week. This week, I'll be doing a preview of the Arizona versus Iowa State football game, which will be happening this Saturday in Ames, Iowa. This is really going to be a very exciting game, as both teams are currently undefeated, and one of only several teams in the Big 12 to be undefeated. The Arizona Wildcats being 3-0, the Iowa State Cyclones being 4-0. One of the big highlights of this game is definitely the two quarterbacks, Noah Fafita for the Arizona Wildcats and Rocco Becht for the Iowa State Cyclones. It's definitely going to be a huge back-and-forth matchup. Personally, for me, I am very excited for this matchup as I am currently a student at the University of Arizona, and I'm so excited to just watch this game and to watch these two undefeated teams duke it out. I am very, very excited to see what happens. I'm hopeful that Arizona's going to win, but Iowa State's offense and their defense has been clicking on all cylinders ever since their first game, and it's certainly going to be a very interesting matchup to see how Arizona, who's had a really good start to this season, matches up against Iowa State, which has also had a very good start to its season. And I'm really, really hoping that everyone tunes in this Saturday. The game is going to be broadcasted on ESPN, and I'm really, really hoping you guys just tune in and watch, because it's going to be an epic matchup between two undefeated teams and two very competitive teams in the Big 12 Conference, and I'm very, very excited for everyone to watch it. Thank you guys so much for listening to this video recap, and I hope to see you next time with more content of Varsity Sports Radio.
This is Manav Gupta with the Varsity Sports Show from Houston, Texas, and my halftime report for this week is focusing on a pair of freshman safeties on the Arizona State football team who are from the Houston area. First up is Joseph Smith, number 22 on the Sun Devils, who now plays corner. Smith is from Spring, about 45 minutes from Houston, and went to the Legacy School. That is in fact the same school where one of the top quarterback prospects for 2026, Keyshawn Henderson, is playing for. The 6 foot, 180-pound athlete was the third highest commit in 2025 for Arizona State and the first defensive player to commit as he enrolled in January. Known for his athleticism and ball hawk skills, Smith is a top 75 prospect out of Texas and was the 33rd ranked safety in the country who can also be used in the return game. The Sun Devils also have Xavier Scoron from Texas City High School, also about 45 minutes from Houston. This 3-star recruit has a 6'4" wingspan that gives him versatility in the field. He's known to be a big hitter and is ranked in the top 75 safeties in the country coming in. The 6 foot, 185-pound safety also ran track during high school and was ranked 8th on the 2025 recruit list for Arizona State. The Sun Devils will look to take advantage of a strong Houston secondary. This is
Bienvenidos a Viva Varsity. Mi nombre es Rodolfo Gómez, reportándoles sobre los Atléticos y el futuro de su equipo. Los Atléticos, que hace recientemente se mudaron a Sacramento y en la espera de su nuevo estadio en Las Vegas a partir de la temporada 2027, consecuentemente concluye su temporada con un futuro que brilla, junto a sus estrellas Nick Kirks, Jacob Wilson y Lawrence Butler. Categoriza al equipo como una proyección en los próximos años. Este año, el equipo mejoró en muchos aspectos, como el récord, experiencias en sus futuras estrellas y muchas más expectativas por venir. Sin embargo, el equipo toma esta temporada como un paso hacia adelante y posiblemente más competitivo. Un equipo a la víspera de mucha ambición y éxito. Aún así, la fanaticada se mantiene optimista de la dirección de los Atléticos. En conclusión, los Atléticos buscan establecer una base sólida que les permita competir nuevamente al nivel más alto en los próximos años. Muchas gracias por sintonizar a Viva Varsity con Rodolfo Gómez.
Hi, my name is Heaven Cook and I'm here reporting live for Varsity Sports. Today we're going to be talking about Asia Wilson, her MVP route, and her playoff permit. When you talk about dominance in the WNBA right now, Asia Wilson stands out and she's the first person that comes to mind. She has proven herself that she is currently the most dominant and best player in the league. She just won her 4th straight MVP award, making her the first female to ever do so in the WNBA. Now, let's talk about the playoffs right now. The Las Vegas Aces, aka the team she plays for, they finished as the 2nd seed. Wilson, she wasted no time entering that first round series against the Seattle Storm, where she averaged 26 points, around 10 rebounds, and over 2 blocks. Now, if that isn't impressive within the first round, I don't know what is. Wilson is currently in the semifinals against the Indiana Fever. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to watching that game or just even seeing the highlights with that. Now, to end it off, I would say with Asia showing she's not only chasing wins, she's also building a dynasty and a legacy around her for all young women or young little girls to aspire a dream that they might want to pursue or feel like they don't have the confidence to. And that's something that I really do love about Asia, and I feel like she's making a huge difference in this community. and I can't wait to see what the next 5 to 10 years is going to bring her and the WNBA. Alright guys, that's my segment for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hello folks, J.R. Lambright here, from a place where a sport is more than a game. It's a sacred season. For many towns across East Texas, the homecoming celebration is a tangible expression of community pride and time-honored rituals.
It is the ultimate gathering, a reunion woven into the fabric of the community, where generations return to the stadium bleachers they once sat upon. This is a story about the spirit that lives beyond the scoreboard. Scholarly analysis defines high school football as a major community ritual that serves to socialize young people and bring entire towns together. This is nowhere more apparent than during homecoming week. The town transforms into a festive canvas of spirited banners, storefront displays, while the iconic parades with their elaborate floats bring everyone from the mayor to the youngest cheerleaders out to celebrate. This powerful phenomenon, more than any metaphor, becomes a moment to reconnect with old friends and share stories under the Friday night lights. Homecoming isn't just a game, it's a testament to the enduring bonds of a community.
MLB canceled its London series due to scheduling conflicts. This is Riley Hartman reporting for Varsity Sports. Major League Baseball has been playing in London since 2019, when the Yankees ended up going home with 2 wins against the Boston Red Sox. This series marked the first time the MLB has played a regular season game in Europe, and it featured one of the best rivalries in sports. Within the combination of these games, the teams scored a total of 50 runs, which is the most scored ever in history between this rivalry. In 2020, the Cardinals and Cubs were scheduled to play in London as well, but their series was canceled due to COVID. In 2023, these games are rescheduled, and in 2024, the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies made their way to the UK as well. The commissioner of Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred, stated how he plans on expanding MLB's presence in Europe, saying that, "We think London is an important jumping off point for us." He wants to grow baseball internationally and introduce it to new fans. However, MLB has canceled its London series for 2026 due to issues regarding scheduling with West Ham's London Stadium. They've deemed it unrealistic to convert the soccer field into a baseball field during the time frame that they're available, since West Ham's final Premier League matchup of the season is scheduled 20 days prior to this event. In order to build a baseball field inside of the West Ham London Stadium, they would need about 142,000 square feet of turf, which would be installed on top of the existing soccer pitch. This is Riley Hartman reporting for Varsity Sports.
Hi, I'm Abigail Hardy, and I'm an intern here at the Varsity Sports Show. I want to pause your content of football, and I want to transition it over to volleyball. Over in Mesa, Arizona, at Mountain View High School, focusing on their boys volleyball team. I want to show you that they show leadership and teamwork on the practice courts to the game time. I want to introduce setter and opposite hitter Bridger Bryan as he tells us why Toro volleyball is important to him.
Relationships I've made over the past 4 years and just the friendships I built, and I also love our coach as well. And it's a competitive community too. So.
Bridger Bryan was a part of the class of 2025. Throughout his time at Mountain View, he was a part of beach and court volleyball. In the off-season of court volleyball, there has been a recent change in adding beach volleyball to high school programs. A huge congratulations to the boys beach volleyball program on winning the emerging sport of beach volleyball state championship. A handful of players who are playing court also play beach if they don't have a club team they play for in the off season.
Just like put our head down and work type team, just have to like earn everything that we've kind of gotten. I don't know, just like nothing's been given to us almost.
The highlight clips you are seeing are from April 1st. At this game, head coach Kevin Powell reached his 300th win with the Toros. Creating a very promising season with good teamwork and great leadership, the Toros fell short in the first round of playoffs against Williamsfield, losing 3-1 in a best-of-5 set. To end on a good note, graduated senior Maddox Williams got the chance to represent Team USA at the Caribbean Boys Beach U18 Championship, and Williams and his partner brought home gold. Stay tuned for the spring semester to see Mountain View boys volleyball I'm Abigail Hardy with the Varsity Sports Show.
I'm Gregory Graves with the Varsity Sports Show, and today we'll be highlighting some of the premier NFL athletes that played high school football in Arizona.
Arizona has become a quiet powerhouse in producing NFL talent, and it all starts here in Arizona at the high school level. Denzel Burke from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, who won a national championship with the Ohio State Buckeyes, was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in 2025, returning home to play pro. Corona del Sol's Ricky Pearsall became a first-round pick for the 49ers in 2024 after making noise as a standout wide receiver at the University of Florida and currently in the midst of a breakout season. In Tucson at Marion High School, Jordan Morgan made history as a first-round pick to the Green Bay Packers, one of the highest drafted linemen from Arizona in many years. Spencer Rattler, a former star at Pinnacle High School, was drafted by the New Orleans Saints, fulfilling big high school expectations, and he's now slowly becoming a formidable starter early in his career. Keely Ringo, a blazing fast cornerback from Saguaro High School, helped clinch a national title at Georgia before being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles and to go on to win a Super Bowl. He is quickly establishing himself as a lockdown defender in the National Football League. And last but certainly not least is Sal Point Catholic's very own Bijan Robinson. Arguably the best player to come out of Arizona yet, and he was just a top 10 pick by the Atlanta Falcons and is slowly becoming one of the league's best overall players in just 2 years of football.
These NFL stars started right here under Arizona's Friday Night Lights. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Gregory Graves.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the Saguaro SaberCats and Highland Hawks game. Tied 7-7 here. Saguaro to receive the opening kick. I'm Keaton Thomas, play-by-play, and what a rough and gritty game it's been here tonight.
Yeah, I'm Jordan Pullett here with the color commentating for the second half. The scoreboard would not indicate it, but it has been a very exciting game. A lot of big plays, a lot of turnovers, a lot of plays called back due to penalty. So this second half, whatever team makes the least amount of mistakes, I would expect to run away with this one.
Talking about specifically Saguaro. Saguaro has had success. They had that very good drive to start the game, but ever since they've struggled to kind of just get an offensive drive together, whether it be a pick, whether it be a silly penalty, regardless. What do you do in the second half if you're Saguaro? What are you aiming to do to kind of just flush that first half away?
Just take it one play at a time, because we saw flashes of this Saguaro offense making big-time plays in the first half, but a lot of those drives came down to a penalty. A holding penalty makes it from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 11, and all of a sudden it's much harder to convert on those 2nd and 3rd and longs. So just making sure that there's no silly mistakes, no preventable penalties, no turnovers, and I would expect the SaberCats to have a much better second half.
And then likewise on the defensive front of the ball for Saguaro, they've done a good job of answering Highland's rushing attack. There could be a lot better. What do you think they've done adjustment-wise in the second half to kind of address the run game, a lot of the misdirections, a lot of the trickeration they're doing on the Highland offensive side of the ball? What do you think they're looking to do here?
She wants to know who got the touchdown. Okay. I would expect Saguaro just to keep most of it mostly the same, because outside of that big-time screenplay, they didn't give up too much just in terms of defense, they didn't give up too many big chunk plays, and all of them that they did give up came back due to penalty. So I would expect Saguaro to keep it mostly the same on the defensive front.
They are. It looks like the Saguaro is a big play or two away. Marcel Jones. Excuse me. But it looks like Highland, just in general, it looked like they were a big play away from kind of blowing open their offense side of the game, but whether it be maybe a mistimed drop or a flag or whatever the case may be, Saguaro kind of got bailed out there. So you have to limit those explosive plays. Now, again, nothing over your head. Keep to your assignment, play assignment defense.
Absolutely, and we see both to begin the first half and begin the second half, the Saguaro SaberCats kicker, Ivan, he's been lining it up. Some of these kicks have looked good from 50, and some of them were just slightly off. So it is good to note that it does look like Saguaro's going to trust their kicker if it does come down to a big-time kick to end this game.
And again, it's a tie game right now. Every point matters. Saguaro, again, has been in tie game situations coming out of the half before. I believe the last one, at least I called, just out of my experience, they were playing Chaparral. They came out it was all SaberCats in the second half. So let's see if they're able to repeat that as they start to trot out their return team. Saguaro, again, going to need guys like Tristan Armstrong, guys like Nikolai Procopio to step up, continue to provide, because they have had excellent games. It's just maybe they haven't had the big play yet.
Absolutely. I would expect Tristan Armstrong to break one free anytime now. There were just a couple throws where the quarterback and receiver miscommunication was off by just maybe a foot or two, and that could have prevented a big-time game. So it's only a matter of time until Armstrong breaks one free.
Absolutely here. Let's see what they've come up with during halftime. Second half adjustments. There's always a saying, we're a second half team. Let's see if Saguaro is exactly that here. Coming in to the net, back to the nest here. Highland looking to get their first win of the season. Kicking away from Armstrong and falls harmlessly for a touchback. Getting set here for the SaberCats.
And that was a great kick, getting through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just making sure you start off right if you're the Highland Hawks, not allowing a big-time return.
Looks like Coach Kelly is putting in some words of encouragement as the offense gets set for the half. What do you think Kelly told them heading out to there?
Just make sure to be smart, no penalties. Don't make any crucial mistakes here.
No penalties. I agree with that. No penalties. Jones in the backfield once again, it looks like, for the SaberCats. Jones and it was Pennell have been going back and forth with the quarterback role here tonight. A little bit of a platoon role for him tonight. Jones looked like he was a little keeper. Going to be a quick 2-yard gain to start off the drive.
Yeah, nice read option play call, but the Hawks were all over that one. Both in the running back and on Jones. Only a gain of 2 there.
11:34 remaining here. Jones going to motion out Oliver Gibson there in the backfield, and Jones going to take it himself. See what if he. Oh, there's a fumble though. Highland's going to recover. Highland gifted great field position. Jones unable to hold on to the ball there. Unfortunate.
I was not able to see who broke the ball out for Highland there, but it did just seem like there was a big hit. Jones absorbed the contact, but he let go of the football there. A big-time mistake for the SaberCats. Let's see if their defense can hold this Highland Hawks offense just like they did earlier in the game to 0 points.
Big forced fumble there. Highland getting the ball back now. Saguaro not expecting to be on defense this early in the second half. And it looks like they're going to go big here for Highland. Let's see how Saguaro has adjusted to this, by all means, successful rushing attack from the Hawks. Motioning over that slot receiver here. SaberCats meeting him immediately around the line. It's going to be 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8 here.
And there we go, number 99 yet again. Claiborne Watkins, the defensive end, he was all over that play just from the beginning. Ended up being a group tackle for loss, but he got through that block so quickly.
2nd and 10 here. You know, we talked about the weather at the start of the game. It was be a little bit of inclement weather. It's completely calmed down now.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a lightning delay. There was rain, there was wind, but it's a calm, cool night.
A little
Great
chilly.
conditions for football. Yeah, a little chilly, to be honest.
Shotgun once again. Going to be another run. Let's see if the Saguaro SaberCats are able to put some hats on them. It's going to be a close spot here. 3rd and short here. Spotting around the 20-yard line here. Big time play now for the defense.
Absolutely, and the ball actually popped free at the end of that play, but it luckily for the Hawks rolled right out of bounds immediately. A few of the SaberCats were upset that they didn't get a luckier bounce and an opportunity to recover that fumble.
3rd and 3 here from the 20 in the red zone now for the Hawks. One receiver towards the top of your screen, but a lot of linemen on that line. I saw one SaberCat jump a little bit. They almost caught him. They did almost caught him. They've been doing that all game here. 3rd and 3. Let's see if they go to the run. They do. Able to break a tackle. down to around the 15, and Highland is now deep into the red zone.
And there we go. Number 4 came in, the running back, senior, 5'9". He was really able to just third and short, muscle your way through, get those meaningful yards down to the red zone.
Cayman Molyneux been very, very dynamic here for the Hawks. Saguaro's gonna need to put some attention towards him here in this second half. First and goal here from the 9 now. It looks like a play action. He's gonna bootleg it out. Let's see if they're able to connect in the end zone, and they are. Touchdown Hawks. Not the start you wanted if you were Saguaro.
That was just a beautiful play design. They even had me fooled with that play action. I was thinking there's just no blockers for the Hawks, but there we go. Incredible way to start the first half if you are the Hawks. But for Saguaro, how do you bounce back from a turnover on that first drive coming out of the half and then also giving up a touchdown on the other end?
Gotta flush it. Didn't happen. You're down 7. Just gotta pretend it didn't happen. Get back to a tie game here if you're Saguaro. But that was a lethal bootleg from Highland there. Excellently. What's the word I'm looking for?
Just executed play.
Excellently executed. It fooled my brain. Excellently executed there for 6 points, barring the PAT. Snap, hold, kick is up. Kick is good. 14-7 for Highland. Saguaro looking to get the ball back here and try to erase the deficit now that they're in.
Yeah, and if you're a Saguaro, just limit mistakes. You have seen mistakes throughout this game at different points that have cost you in big-time ways. That touchdown, a lot of it came down to the field positioning and then just giving up too many chunky plays through the ground. So just making sure you can limit as many mistakes as possible and continue to play good football like you did for the majority of the first half.
Again, have a short-term memory, essentially. It happened, big hit happened, flush it, get back onto the field, try to get back on track here, trying to recapture what made that first drive in the first half. As far ago as it seems, trying to recapture what made that drive work.
Absolutely, and it does seem like there's a little bit of tension on the sidelines, on the field, and even in the stands for the SaberCats. So just making sure that you can get some type of momentum, get the ball moving somehow, get the crowd back into this game, and everything will be easier from there on.
And Highland looking for their first win of the season, have had a gauntlet of a schedule, to say the least. Saguaro, tough schedule on their own part as well, so don't let the record fool you. As that's out of bounds, that's going to be excellent field position for the SaberCats.
And that is number 5, the kicker for the Hawks. Grady Crandall just barely, by no more than half a yard, was the difference between kicking it out of bounds in an illegal zone for that flag that will give the SaberCats the ball at the 40, or kicking it for a touchback. Very unfortunate for the Hawks.
Very, very. It looks like they were going for like this little, like a coffin corner, maybe just going for the touchback. But that is why those type of kicks are so risky. Because look at the field position you're giving Saguaro here, down at the 35. Again, if they're trying to erase the little fumble from the last drive, great field position to start here. 9-35 here. Number 80 motioning across your screen here. Number 10 in at quarterback, gonna rifle it across the field, making a couple guys miss. Going to be a second down here for the SaberCats.
And there we go. Ashton Pinnell back in the game for the SaberCats with a quick completion, making it 2nd and 6.
Here we go, 2nd and 6 here. Another quick handoff. Highland's going to swallow that up, and it's going to be a 3rd and 5 now. Saguaro.
And it looked like it was Cole Allen on the tackle there, a name that we called earlier in the play. He's been everywhere this game for the Hawks. The 3rd down for the SaberCats. Got to do anything possible to make sure you convert. And it looks like the refs are going to call a little bit of a timeout to make sure everything's situated.
Big play here coming up now, 3rd and 6. Highland with a lot of momentum now.
3rd down, folks.
2 safeties up top, making sure nothing goes over their heads. Looks like they're showing pressure. in the backfield. Quick strike across the middle. It's going to be a first down across midfield. Saguaro getting back on track here, moving the chains.
There we go. Oliver Gibson with a big first down reception. And it does look like we will have to go to commercial break. We will be right back.
I'm Gregory Graves with the Varsity Sports Show, and today we'll be highlighting some of the premier NFL athletes that played high school football in Arizona.
Arizona has become a quiet powerhouse in producing NFL talent, and it all starts here in Arizona at the high school level. Denzel Burke from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, who won a national championship with the Ohio State Buckeyes, was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in 2025, returning home to play pro. Corona del Sol's Ricky Pearsall became a first-round pick for the 49ers in 2024 after making noise as a standout wide receiver at the University of Florida and currently in the midst of a breakout season. In Tucson at Marion High School, Jordan Morgan made history as a first-round pick to the Green Bay Packers, one of the highest drafted linemen from Arizona in many years. Spencer Rattler, a former star at Pinnacle High School, was drafted by the...
Welcome back here. Saguaro finally getting across midfield here, putting a bet together, a little bit of a drive. Another quick strike across the middle, batted down though. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
There we go. Those batted down passes are always tough because it's not necessarily the quarterback's fault. It's not necessarily anyone's fault, but it's a great play by the defense. It looked like it was number 25 for the Hawks, just making that incredible. I mean, potentially, it did look like it was going to be a big play for the SaberCats if they were able to complete that pass.
Unable to connect there, making it a 2nd and long now. Pinnell in once again at quarterback for the SaberCats here. In shotgun, fair receivers towards the bottom of your screen. A little bit of a play action set. Pressure coming, able to avoid it. It's going to have a guy to be here, able to hold on to the football. It's going to be a 2nd and around, more manageable than a 3rd and 10. Absolutely, for sure.
There we go. Great toughness by Pinnell. He took a big hit as I grimaced a little bit for him, but he got right back up. Look for the referee to give the ball to and trying to move this offense very quickly in a hurry-up setting.
Once again, a 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 6. Across midfield, 2 wide receivers to the left and to the right. Looks like they have 3 safeties now in the game. 3 safe, a little bit of a little nickel corner in the defensive side for Highland. Snap in once again, pressure coming, able to avoid the pressure on the run, throwing it across his body. Is he able to complete the pass? Yes, he is. Going to be a first down once again for the SaberCats.
That was great mobility there by Pinnell. The pocket kind of collapsed on him, but he was able to escape to the right, find a receiver.
McNult on the reception there, the sophomore. Big catch there.
Big first down catch by McNult.
7:15 here in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time in this game. Keep to your straight. Keep to the system, you know. Don't really panic. You're still in this game. McNult once again getting the play. What an excellent tackle, though, from Highland. That was an excellent read from the defender.
And that is the do-it-all player for Saguaro, or for the Highland Hawks, excuse me, Grady Crandall. He has been seen both kick or doing all 3 things for the Hawks. He has been kicking, he's been on defense, and he's been also doing it on offense.
Turning what would have been a positive play into a loss of 4 yards there. 2nd and 14 now. Now in the backfield, going to go with the play action once again. Quick strike over the middle to Tristan Armstrong, who's going to avoid a tackle and make it a quick first down. Saguaro is on a drive now, getting their best players involved.
Absolutely, and Tristan Armstrong there, being able to stay upright and break that initial tackle, get that first down, huge momentum builder for them.
Up-tempo offense now. Going to be another play action set to McNult, who's going to scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Saguaro. And we're a PAT away from tying this game.
And there we go, a few big plays. The sideline's back into it. The cheerleaders are back into it. The parents and the crowd is back into it for the SaberCats. That's the exact drive that the SaberCats needed to tie this game up.
McNult was hyped. You saw him. He was screaming in the end zone. Very excited for his team PAT, big PAT coming up here for Saguaro here with 6 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
369 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
That's some time math there. Tie game now, 14-14. And all of a sudden, we're back into a tie situation here.
Absolutely. We saw 14 total points in that first half. And just a few minutes into this third quarter, we have seen 14 points already. Very electric way to bounce back. Both teams had things that they wanted to improve on heading into the second half. And outside of that turnover for Saguaro, it looks like both teams have been able to answer the call offensively at least.
Absolutely, for sure here. Very, very composed drive from Pinnell there. Able to navigate. There was a lot of third and long situations. There was that second and long where he had that throw to Armstrong. And, of course, that touchdown throw to McNult, sealing the drive there.
Just staying composed throughout the drive, not making too many big mistakes. And there you go, progressing through your reads, finding your playmakers. Tristan Armstrong with that huge, just staying upright and getting that first down on second and long. I cannot overemphasize how big of a play that was to set up that touchdown by McNult.
Getting your big play players. Again, McNult, Armstrong. You had that quick strike to Gibson earlier. Getting these guys involved in the game. Now it's going to be up to the defense to try and get into a position where it's all of a sudden a tie game. And this Saguaro crowd, if you can hear the banging in the background, they're now into it.
Absolutely, and this is all you could ask for if you're Saguaro's defense. Get the crowd back into it, get everyone back, and try and build some momentum in the second half so that the run game can be stopped again.
They have a long way to go here, starting from the 20, 80 yards to hit pay dirt here. Try and break this tie. Highland now hasn't been back here in a very long time, actually, since at least the first quarter. Been a lot of drives starting around the 40, around the 50. This is a very deep drive they're starting from here.
A big test for this Hawks offense.
Now there's some more motion in the backfield. Let's see if Saguaro's able to diagnose that. Going to be a very moderately good gain there for Highland. It's going to be second down, big 5-yard gain there.
Looked like a fake fullback dive into an end around. Very interesting play designs here for the Highland Hawks. Interesting and unique run schemes that they're running to try and get the SaberCats defense second-guessing themselves.
If there's a word I could use to describe it, it's dizzying. It's a lot of confusing things they do in the backfield. You don't know who has the ball.
Absolutely. That is a great adjective to use to describe this offense.
2nd and 4 here. They're going to go ahead and pass this time, and it's picked off! And he's got pay dirt all the way to the end zone. And all of a sudden, Saguaro takes the lead. What a read. And who is it? Tristan Armstrong. What a play.
I am in complete shock. Tristan Armstrong, very important to note, he's also a wide receiver, one for this team, making the one-handed snag on the pick six there. And all of a sudden, the tides have completely shifted for the Saguaro SaberCats.
They were down 7 not even 5 minutes ago. And now they're setting up to go up 7. That's incredible.
And this crowd is just electric. It seemed like I didn't hear from this crowd for a very long time in that first half. But all of a sudden, everyone's yelling, everyone's stomping like I assume we've been able to hear on the broadcast.
That was a read, too. He had that all diagnosed. He knew that's exactly where the ball was going to go. It was all green grass ahead of him for Tristan Armstrong. What a play. PAT getting set up here, of course. Very important to get that almost blocked there, but still going up 7 now. 21-14 for the SaberCats. It flipped on a dime, actually. Flip on a dime all of a sudden.
Just so quickly. A video game-like play by Armstrong. If he were to do that on offense, a one-handed catch like that, I would be very impressed. But doing that on defense, lurking, reading the quarterback's eyes, figuring out where he's going to throw the football, and being in the perfect spot to not only intercept it, but return it for the touchdown. Very impressive play by Armstrong.
That's the type of player that plays on Saturdays. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely.
5:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Saguaro flipping the game on its head. We thought Highland did that. We thought Highland flipped the game on its head. They said, no, no, no. We're going to go ahead and do that for you.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already, 1 by each team in this second half. Let's see how the Highland Hawks respond. I think this Saguaro defense, with all this momentum, will be able to continue their pretty impressive showing up to this point.
Interesting to see how Highland responds there. See where they end up receiving this. It's going to be a kickoff here. Let's see. It looks like we're approaching a touchback. No, he's going to go ahead and return it down to the 10, around to the 15, making a guy miss. Cut through the middle. All of a sudden, down the sideline to the 40, the 40, the 50, cuts up the middle, tripped, almost a touchdown. Big return for the Hawks.
I will say that is a huge touchdown saving, I guess, breakthrough, a block attempt by their kicker, Ivan. I mean,
the safety valve, the last line of defense. What a play here by Highland in excellent field position.
And Ivan there, he didn't even make the tackle, but he was able to brush his blocker off of him.
Occupy space.
And absolutely just make a small little tripping happen. And all of a sudden, what was most certainly a touchdown gives his defense a breathing chance to get a stop here.
What an exciting last 5 minutes, hasn't it been? Oh, my goodness.
I mean, the highlights that we've seen in the last 5 plays from scrimmage or so have just been equivalent or even better, in my opinion, than the plays that we saw in the whole first half.
This is Arizona high school football, folks. This is Arizona high school football right here.
As a California native, I was not used to seeing this week to week, but I have been able to see a lot of this with varsity sports up to this point.
For sure here. 5:14 remaining here in the third quarter. Let's see if Highland is able to capitalize off this excellent field position. Going to be another run. Gash up the middle. Big run there for the Hawks. Milano, once again, been very, very, very dynamic here for the Hawks.
Milano fighting for those extra yards. He was met and pretty much brought to a complete halt, but he fought forward, fell forward for those extra yard and a half maybe. It adds up. If you're going to fall forward every single play, those are plays that coaches love to see all throughout the game.
We talked about the explosive plays that both teams were trying to avoid, letting happen to them. We've seen back-to-back, just a lot of explosive plays here. It's going to be another play-action play, a little bit of a screen, down to the sideline. It's going to be around a 4 or 5 yard gain there.
There we go. The Highland Hawks making it second and manageable again, but the SaberCats are also living with that. Not giving up a touchdown, not giving up a first down in the red zone. Sometimes the best thing is to just let the other team get a couple yards on first down and make the big time stop on third down.
I've always liked to say that football is a lot like boxing. It's a lot of punching and counter-punching here. Saguaro with the quick 2-jab combo, taking the lead back, but Highland now trying to load up with their own counter punch of their own. Going to be a little bit of a toss play here. It's going to be swallowed up by the SaberCats.
Looks like it was just a gain of about a yard and a half there by the Hawks. The SaberCats defense was not fooled by that trick play.
See if they're able to kind of dig their heels in and stop this drive from continuing here. We're around the 14-yard line here. Very important decision here if you are Highland, if you do not get this third down. We'll address that when we get to there. 3rd and 5, though. Looks like they were trying to draw them offsides. They've been doing that all night here. Now we're going to get the play.
There we go again, and that offensive coordinator or coach for Highland does have on pink sleeves to make it easier to read.
Going to be another run here, and it's going to be stopped at around the line. It's going to be a big 4th down decision here for Highland.
It does look like the kicking unit is running onto the field.
Take your points.
Let's try and take the lead here and make the defense get some type of break.
Going to be a field goal attempt coming up here, 21-14 Saguaro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Antonio Gutierrez here with the Varsity Sports Show, giving you guys a player spotlight tonight. This spotlight will be featuring 3-star wide receiver from Brophy College Prep, Devin Fitzgerald, son of NFL legend Larry Fitzgerald. In the Broncos' most recent game against the Hamilton Huskies on September 19th, Devin really showed out. The senior Notre Dame commit shined against the Huskies, who have one of the best defenses in the state, tallying career highs with 14 receptions, which ties a Brophy school record, to go along with 234 receiving yards, which breaks the school record. To go along with breaking records, Fitzgerald also found the end zone 3 times. The first one, displaying his top-notch breakaway speed.
Takes a snap, immediately throws it out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets a breaks a tackle. He's up the field to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he's in for a touchdown for the Broncos.
Devin Fitzgerald's next-level field awareness also helped him find the end zone, displayed in his second touchdown of the night, making the defender miss with a filthy move in the open field.
One on the right, running back on the left side of the quarterback, and Vandy Bosch takes a snap, throws it directly to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald is in for the touchdown.
Field goal unit on for Highland, looking to cut it to a 4-point deficit. Let's see if Saguaro's able to send some guys, maybe get a block here. Round 8, 30-yard field goal kick. It's going to be a fake. Lobs it down the field. Able to play disciplined. Saguaro not letting any trickeration happen this time.
And guess who broke that up? Tristan Armstrong was tested on a 50-50 ball, and he says no. Gives the box celebration with the thumbs down. One of the best defensive back celebrations in football, in my opinion, and he hits it after that big time stop.
What a play there. Not letting anything go over their heads. No trick plays. Able to just be like, oh, okay, they're going for a fake. Relax. We have this. Able to make the breakup. Saguaro now taking over from the 13. What a play there.
Very disciplined by the SaberCats there. No one on the field was fooled at all. I mean, the whole Saguaro SaberCats special teams unit seemed like they knew that play was coming.
I would not be shocked if they reward Armstrong here with a quick catch for his defensive efforts. Going to be play action. Getting it to who else but Armstrong. Actually, no, excuse me. Is there Armstrong?
No, that is actually number 4 back in the game.
Oliver Gibson. Oliver Gibson. Excuse me. My apologies. Armstrong, I'm sure you'll get your catch coming up soon.
Absolutely.
2:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Going to go ahead and run it this time. Met at the line. It is going to be second and long.
Looked like that was Kenzo Westbrook, the first time we've called his name tonight, the freshman with his first carry of the game.
A lot of different running backs they use here at Saguaro. A lot of different looks. Got Procopio. You had Westbrook earlier. A lot of different names we've called on the offensive side of the ball in terms of the running back position. Once again, going to drop back here. Ref's going to call off the play, though. Might be a flag.
Yeah, it looks like they're signaling for a false start. The only reason why they would blow the play dead there. 1st and 15, though.
2nd and 12, it looks like.
Oh, my bad.
All good.
2nd and 12. That is tough. A tough break for the SaberCats.
See if they're able to rebound. They've done well enough, at least in the second half, of rebounding off of a situation like this. 2nd and 12. Let's see what they elect to do on this 2nd and long here.
Absolutely. A play like this is where Armstrong had that huge grab to set up that touchdown on the first drive.
Pennell in the backfield. Going to be a screen play. Met immediately, though. Highland making it a 3rd and long now.
It did seem like Westbrook couldn't get his footing there. We did mention it rained a lot earlier throughout the day, so the field conditions could be still a little muddy and hard to get your footing.
Kenzo Westbrook again on the reception. 5'11", 200 pounds as a freshman. Crazy. 1 minute, 33 seconds. Highland getting loud here from their opposite side of the field. They're tired of Saguaro's side being loud. 3rd and 15. Pressure's coming. Able to pick up the pressure. Takes a quick strike down the middle of the field. Unable to connect. 4th and 15.
And there we go. A little bit of a battle between Tristan Armstrong and Grady Crandall with that celebration. Crandall did not like that Armstrong hit that incomplete celebration on the failed fourth down conversion on their last drive for the Hawks, so he hits the same celebration.
That's a battle of
SaberCats.
athletes right there. Two of the best athletes on the field for both teams going at it here. Nothing like it, folks.
Absolutely, and like you just said, absolute athlete. Grady Crandall, back at it for the return team, playing offense, defense, and special teams.
Does Tristan and then Crandall, do they leave the field? They just like stare at each other during these times as we got a punt return coming in to the 40. Skips across. Great punt. Great punt. It's going to roll all the way down to around the 22-yard line. Great punt for the SaberCats.
A great bounce. It did look like Crandall wanted to return it, but that bounce gave him about a net of an extra 20 yards after the initial bounce there.
Once again, you're going to see a lot of Crandall and Armstrong, this one-on-one matchup. A little bit of it's definitely cool to see this. You don't see this often, of course, players who just play all the time.
Seems like neither one of them has left the field at any point in this game.
Talk about the conditioning on both of those guys. Ooh, boy. 1:03 remaining here. Highland with the ball at the 20-yard line after the great punts. This time Saguaro's not having any of that misdirection. It's going to be second down.
It's nice that you mentioned the conditioning for the Saguaro SaberCats, because when I went to Saguaro High School in the preseason, on a Saturday morning at around 8 or 9 a.m., they were practicing. And I asked Coach Kelly about this, and he said last season was a disappointment. So this year we're working extra hard to make sure they get to their goals, working Saturdays before and after games.
And those Saturday practice, they show up now. They show up here and now in these late third quarter, fourth quarter, these second halves. That's what makes good teams great, is their conditioning here. 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be another sweep to the outside. This time getting a couple more yards here. Going to be second and short here for Highland.
Looked like it was number 4 back again for the Hawks.
They're going to go ahead and give him the first down, actually, as we get towards the end of the third quarter. No shortage of action left here in this fourth quarter coming up. Saguaro 21, Highland 14. Fours are up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Antonio Gutierrez, here with the Varsity Sports Show, giving you guys a player spotlight tonight. This spotlight will be featuring 3-star wide receiver from Brophy College Prep, Devin Fitzgerald, son of NFL legend Larry Fitzgerald. In the Broncos' most recent game against the Hamilton Huskies on September 19th, Devin really showed out. The senior Notre Dame commit shined against the Huskies, who have one of the best defenses in the state, tallying career highs with 14 receptions, which ties a Brophy school record, to go along with 234 receiving yards, which breaks the school record. To go along with breaking records, Fitzgerald also found the end zone 3 times. The first one, displaying his top-notch breakaway speed.
Takes a snap, immediately throws it out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets a breaks a tackle. He's up the field to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he's in for a touchdown for the Broncos.
Devin Fitzgerald's next-level field awareness also helped him find the end zone, displayed in his second touchdown of the night, making the defender miss with a filthy move in the open field.
One on the right, running back on the left side of the quarterback, and Vandy.
Welcome back here for an exciting fourth quarter. Highland, big first down here. Going to be a little jet sweep action. Saguaro, big hit. Oh, my goodness. You heard that from up here. It's going to be a second down here.
Those pads popping is just one of the most satisfying sounds in football. 2 people running full speed, colliding, and thankfully neither of them injured, getting right back up and ready to do it yet again.
Going to be 2nd and 5 here. Very exciting third quarter. Lots of big explosive plays. Surely we haven't seen the last of them here. 2nd and 5 for the Hawks. Saguaro looking to employ some bend, don't break defense here. Loading up the box.
You can live with a field goal.
You can live with the field goal here. It's going to be a bootleg once again. They were very successful on that last time. Had a guy wide open for the Hawks. Unable to connect. That's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, the double fake play action pass there. Wide receiver Max Brown was wide open. And he, after his quarterback missed him, he just looks up in the sky in a little bit of frustration. because he knows that was an automatic first down if it stayed in bounds.
Just sailed it. Could have been more. Could have been more than the first time he's able to come down with that. But regardless, erase it. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here now. Big plane above us. There's an airport right by us, so makes sense. 3rd and 5 here for the Hawks.
Big test for the SaberCats defense.
Play action. Going to be a deep, lots of pressure coming in. It's going to be another screen play. It's going to be down to the 40 and able to escape, and it looks like we got a fresh set of downs here for the Hawks. And there's some extracurricular coming in after the play. No flags yet.
And I will say that was a very heads-up and smart play by number 25 there, Kasai Mitchell, just making sure that his guy gets all the way away from that, preventing any type of penalties. Mitchell there likely, in my opinion, just saved an unnecessary roughness or taunting call there.
I believe I did see some yellow fly up from the refs. Let's see what they end up calling here. Spotted currently at the 45. Let's see if they go up a little bit more.
Refs having a conversation. No real indication as to which way this is going to go.
We're getting the call now from the refs. And it's going back. It's going to be on Highland. The extracurricular looked like it was started by the Hawks, and the refs are able to make that call, wiping away a big first down. It's going to be first down, of course, but it's not going to be first, and it looks like 25 for the Hawks.
And there we go. I cannot give Mitchell enough credit there for calming down his teammate, Brig Randall, and making sure there is no preventable penalties there. And there it is, a loss of
15
there on that penalty. Just a completely unnecessary penalty for the Hawks.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and mark that as 1st and 10. So not a 1st and 25. I was going to go into now with the pass issues they've had this game. That's almost an unsurmountable goal to reach. But instead it's another 1st and 10. It's like this last first down never even happened. Motioning over. That looks like it's offsides. Finally able to catch them there with that call there. It's going to be 5 yards for the Hawks.
Yeah, penalties have been a big story throughout this game, making that all of a sudden the Hawks were at the 45 to get brought back all the way to the 30. Now they're back to the 35, and we haven't seen a snap since.
10:30, the clock is ticking here for the Hawks. Once again in shotgun. Highland trying to get something going here. Run is going to be a big run, though. First down for the Hawks.
That plays a great example as to why all that misdirection in the previous 3.5 quarters of this game is so important. That SaberCats defense expected some type of play action or some type of end around, but it was just a simple inside zone handoff there, and because of that motion, they were fooled a little bit.
It's almost like you're rewiring how you play defense. It's honestly, it's like playing puppets here. It's going to be down at the 50 here for Highland, making it a 2nd and short here.
Absolutely, and like you were just saying, that is a game of chess for this Highland Hawks offense and the Saguaro SaberCats defense. What are the SaberCats going to sell out to? Are they going to sell out to the run? Are they going to sell out to the play-action pass?
Going to be 9:24 remaining here. Let's see what happens here. 9:15 remaining. Highland getting the play call now.
The SaberCats crowd getting very loud, needing a stop here to prevent a potential tie game in the 4th quarter.
Traveling all the way from Scottsdale. So shout out to them. Going to be a blitz coming one-on-one. Just sails it over him. It's going to be a big 3rd down here for Highland.
And number 11, Braden Strom with the quarterback pressure and hit there. Completely legal hit. Was not any type of unnecessary roughness or roughing the passer there, but definitely influenced the throw. Great play by Strom.
They looked like they had one-on-one coverage. If he was able to get that throw off, it could have been all of a sudden a tie game situation here. Instead, we're in 3rd and 4 from around midfield. Is this 4-down territory if you are Highland?
We will see by this play call. I think if it's a run, absolutely 4-down territory. If they go for a deep shot, I'd expect them to try and play some field position games.
8:53 here. Going to be a late handoff, very much a delay, and it's going to end up working out down to the 40. What a play there. Perhaps a design delay there. Either way, first down for the Hawks.
Cayman Molyneux again, just with that incredible patience. He got the ball, and immediately Claiborne Watkins was all in his face, but a simple jump cut, and all of a sudden he is there for a gain of 10+ yards in the first down.
It felt like the quarterback had that ball for like 2 whole seconds, and then just quick little delivery to this guy there. It's going to be another handoff to their star running back, who's going to get another 5 yards.
It does seem like those handoffs are intentionally delayed. That last one for the first down did seem like a mix between a counter play and a draw play, giving that offensive line enough time to get their blocks downfield.
And again, it's like you're rewiring how you play defense. If you're expecting a guy to, stutter, you're expecting maybe delay, maybe go to the right, go to the left, whatever. It's confusing. It is mind-boggling to play defense against a run attack like this. 2nd and 4 here. Once again, another run. It's going to be just a little bit of a slam there. Going to be, it looks like another first down. Let's see where they spotted it. Yeah, it's going to be another first down for Highland.
And there we go, a first down for the Hawks. That run scheme is very interesting to me, the counter draw, something that I honestly haven't seen very much of in my time covering Arizona high school football, but it does seem like the Hawks love to rely on it. They're able to get big-time gains as a result.
7-12 here. 7:05 here. Remaining, 1st and 10, 26-yard line here. The drive continues. Going to be another confusing play. This time, Saguaro has having none of it.
And unfortunately, there is a late penalty in on that play. I'd anticipate some type of face mask or holding call.
Let's see what they end up calling here. Penalties now becoming that much more important in a close game like this, a 1-score game. Every single play matters now.
Like you were saying, you have to rewire your brain on how you play defense if you're the SaberCats. A lot of it is kind of similar to playing against a mobile quarterback. You just have to make sure they don't get outside, there's no big plays, and then everyone win their individual matchups so that the greater good of the 11-man team works out.
Looks like it's going to be a penalty against Saguaro, though. That big stop in the backfield ends up not being worth much now. 6:41 and counting now from the 14. Highland has put together an excellent drive here. Let's see if they can punch it in and try to attempt to tie this game.
And that SaberCats offense watching from the sideline, feeling almost helpless as the Hawks have been able to drain a lot of clock in this drive, but they will certainly get another chance regardless.
More running plays this time as he's able to rumble his way for an easy 6 points. Touchdown Highland, and we are 1 PAT away from a tie game.
And it seemed like he was down by contact, but by the ref's indications, he must have rolled over a body, stayed upright, and scored a touchdown. Tie game pending this PAT here.
This is a very, very crucial PAT. 21-20 here, barring the PAT. This is getting close, ladies and gentlemen.
With 6 minutes left, it is very important that both this Hawks defense and the SaberCats offense is aware of the clock and they have a plan heading into this next drive.
6:14, the kick is up. Kick is good. We have a tie game here, ladies and gentlemen.
And number 11, Braden Strom broke through and almost blocked that PAT attempt there, but he was just about a few inches to a foot short.
This is a terrifying situation. If I'm a coach, this is either terrifying or this is what you live for here. These close games where it's tied up. Next score essentially could put this game away. This is going to be very intense here for the last 6 minutes.
Absolutely. And like I was saying earlier, Coach Kelly has these kids working on Saturday mornings after games, getting their conditioning in into preseason. He said he was going to continue it throughout the season. So this is what you live for. You build all that conditioning, all that strength, all off season. You remember the hardships of last season, and you bring that into the closing last 6 minutes and 14 seconds of this game. You give it everything you have, like it might be your last game.
This is what you need to do to rebound off of 1-9 seasons. These are the games you have to win here. 21-21. Saguaro getting ready to return this kick. Very, very scary for the SaberCat. Very not scary. I'm using the wrong term here. This is very exciting. This is exciting. This is football here, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. And if I'm a coach and I find out you said you're scared heading into this final or potentially final drive, I'm taking you out the game. We only want our most confident players out with the game on the line.
And this is why I am on the mic and not on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Touchback here. Going to set up Saguaro here at the 20.
There we go. And interestingly enough, the ball boy there signaled for a fair catch before fielding it. I mean, it just seems like this whole Highland Hawks community is all in on this football team. Very fun environment that we are here.
They love their Highland Hawks here. Highland, just a few years ago, won the state title here. This is a program that knows success. Last season, going 7-4, 0-4. This is not in their DNA, so to speak. They don't necessarily lose games as much as they have, especially to start this season here. So
absolutely, and the same with the with the Saguaro SaberCats. They have a very rich football history, and they're not going to go out without a fight.
Two legendary programs here, to say the least, dueling it out here with 6:14 remaining in a tie game. What more could you want? Going to be a handoff here. Able to maybe get a yard or two. Going to rumble, maybe get an extra yard or so.
There's Marcel Jones back in the game for the SaberCats at quarterback. Very intrigued to see how this game closes for them.
This is your big game quarterback here. So they're trusting him to put away this game, try to get Saguaro the big win here. 5:45 now and counting from the 21, 2nd and 9 here. Twin backs in the backfield, gonna motion out McNulty, it looks like. Gonna look towards him, gonna make a guy miss, gonna take a shot down the field. On the comeback route, unable to come down with it. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
An unfortunate drop there, I will say. Marcel Jones, great pocket navigation. He goes for his first read, the swing pass on the right. He didn't like the blocking that he had in front of him, so he progresses throughout the left side of the field, bouncing left to right outside the pocket, and he delivers a strike, but unfortunately was just dropped.
3rd and 9 now. This is the big plays you practice for. This is what spring practice is all about. 3rd and 9. Drops back Jones. Evading pressure. Gonna throw it himself. Cross the body. Unable to come down. Now it's 4th down.
A big play by free safety number 24, Zeus Vasquez. Tipping that ball. Making sure that it didn't get to the target that Jones had in mind. But there we go. The Hawks get the ball back with about 5:15 remaining once this play is going to be over.
Saguaro has to answer the call here on defense now. Punt team is on. Punt return at the 50 here for Highland. This is very, very, very crucial here for this punt, where they end up getting field position here. Again, 5:25 remaining in the 4th. Low snap. Able to get the punt off. That's not a good punt. It's going to get to around the 35. That is not what you want if you're a SaberCat fan right now.
Great composure by Armstrong, making sure that he fielded that snap. It was a little bit low, and making sure he just punted the ball away. But unfortunately, it was not the result that the SaberCats were looking for. The Hawks get the ball in incredible field positioning. I mean, they're around the 35 or 36-yard line. They're already in field goal range. We've watched both kickers warm up. I don't think they can make it from here, but at 1 first down away, and you're thinking about kicking a field goal.
This is what you call gut check time for the SaberCats. Let's see if they're able to kind of diagnose this misdirection, these trick plays, these trick runs here. They're unable to meet him in the backfield, but there's a lot of Saguaro defenders there to catch him. That's going to be 2nd and 10.
And again, led by Braden Strom in the backfield there, a name that we have called a few times tonight for these tackles for loss and sacks.
5 minutes remaining here. Looks like it's getting to the point where the next score might win the game here. Very important for Saguaro to not give any more field position than they already have here at the 37, 2nd and 10 here. 4:45, motioning over another wide receiver. Going to be a screen play, and they're going to meet him right in the backfield. Going to be 3rd down.
And that is great pursuit yet again by Brig Randall. He was not fooled. He saw the fake handoff, but he also saw that his receiver that he was assigned to on that play was going to get the pass. A great diving tackle.
And now it's Highland's turn. Big 3rd down here. What do they have here?
Great job by the SaberCats defense. They're giving the ball, or not giving the ball, but going onto the field in unfortunate circumstances. 1st down, no gain. 2nd down, no gain. All of a sudden, 3rd and 10. This is exactly what you want if you're a SaberCats fan.
3rd and 10 here. Could be a passing situation here. Going to be another trick play. Going to be a little bit of a trick play. Throws it down the field. One-on-one coverage. And they're going to be able to get it. What a play. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be 1st down for Highland. And the trick play is able to pay dividends there.
It was an end around into a toss, into almost a flea flicker looking action. And the first read was not there. But the second read, all of a sudden, big 1st down and potentially game-changing play by the Hawks.
We're going to cut it here. 3:47 tie game here. Much left here in the game.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Welcome back here, 3:46 and counting here, tie game after that big play from the Hawks. Student section just now was chanting, "I believe that we can win." Let's see if Saguaro has an answer to that.
Absolutely. The student section getting loud, getting even more condensed than they already were. No one's left, but they're taking up much less footage.
Able to be met at the line there, going to be 2nd down.
There we go, another positive play by the Saguaro SaberCats defense. Backs literally against the wall right now at the, not 1st and goal, but essentially 2nd and goal at this point.
This is a very, very tense situation here. 2nd and 9 in the red zone here. If you're Saguaro, you need to start looking into those timeouts, though. 2:56 in counting here. You want to give your offense another shot at the ball here.
Absolutely, and that Hawks offense looking again to the sideline, looking to that coach with the pink arm sleeves on.
Gonna be another handoff. It's gonna be a bootleg once again. Able to find his man, able to scamper. Looks like he's able to get at around the 1, very close. And this is where the goal line stand comes in here. Can Saguaro meet them at the line?
And this is where clock management is very important for both sides. It is going to be first and goal from about the 1 foot yard line, or from the 1 foot line.
Highland.
And how do you manage the clock here?
The Highland faithful here not happy with that call. Clearly a lot of boos coming from their side. They thought he scored. Big goal line stand here. Going to be another handoff, and he's going to run right into the end zone. Touchdown Highland. 2:32 remaining. Highland takes the lead.
And he is just, this whole team is running across the field. The Highland Hawks are hyped right now. Their crowd banging on that drum that we were talking about earlier. The band is excited, the parents are excited. And for the SaberCats, how do you respond? Down 6 points, potentially 7 after this PAT, 2:32 remaining. Who's going to be the leader when your team needs it the most?
2:32. There's plenty of time to work with for Saguaro. Kick is up. Kick is good. 7-point game. This is where legends are made here, folks. You're down 7, 2:32 remaining in the game. What answers do you have?
And if you're the SaberCats, 152 seconds remaining. That's plenty of time. If you sit and count to 152, you'll get distracted by the time you finish doing it. So you have a ton of time to finish this game, score a touchdown. If you do, you could even decide to go for 2 if you wanted to.
Go for the win. I think right now you need to focus on getting 6.
Absolutely, and you do that by getting your playmakers the ball. You make sure that you limit your mistakes, and you have to get the ball moving early in the downs. 1st and 10 cannot afford any type of negative play.
I was speaking earlier. This is why I don't play on the field. I have the mic in my hand. Right now, I don't know how I would even coach in a situation like this. This is the highest of intensity here at the Nest. Highland taking the lead. Saguaro, what do they have? What is their counterpunch for this drive here? 2 minutes, 32 seconds.
I would expect the SaberCats to try and return this and turn a big play on this return. Just trying to get some type of momentum going into that final drive.
2:32, going to be a line drive kick. They're going to go ahead and return it from around the 5. Going to be all the way around the field, down to the 20. What a tackle, though. That is not the greatest field position if you are the SaberCats.
Absolutely, and that was number 24 again, Zeus Vasquez with the huge tackle. Not ideal starting field positioning, but at this point, that's in the past. If you're the SaberCats, you have about 85 yards to go, 86 yards to go to score this touchdown.
This time coming in at quarterback, it's going to be Pinnell. Going to go ahead and try to get some passes going here. 2:26. You have all timeouts in your back pocket. Let's see how they respond here. Armstrong's going to be in motion here. Pressure coming. Going to be a quick check down and a good chunk of yards here. Making a couple guys miss for around maybe 2 or 3 yards. Going to be 2nd and 6.
Absolutely, and this is when the SaberCats have to make decisions. Do you try to get out of bounds and sacrifice a few yards, or do you gain those extra few yards that could be so critical but potentially waste some of that clock?
Looks like they might cut it down to 2 minutes here. This is where it gets crazy, folks. 2nd and 7, 4 down territory. Takes the snap. Pinnell navigates pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Sails it over.
And that was a big quarterback hurry by really the whole Hawks defensive line winning their matchups. Now it's a big 3rd down, 107 seconds left, 1:47. 3rd and 7. What do you do if you're the SaberCats here?
You got to keep in mind you do have 3 timeouts, so in the position where you have to punt, you can rely on your defense and call those timeouts. But let's hope I would try to maybe get your best players involved. Procopio, Gibson, Armstrong, get it into one of your best players' hands. Pressure coming. Going to take it himself down to around. Let's see if where he gets to the first down. Big hit at the end. Let's see where they're going to spot the play. It's going to be a first down, stopping the clock. 1:38 remaining here.
The coaching staff there for the SaberCats is livid that there is not a late hit or a hit to the helmet penalty there on the Hawks. An interesting decision to not use a timeout there by the SaberCats.
90 seconds now. They need to get this play going. 127, unable to get the play. Could be a good chance they burn a timeout here. Quarterback, 120 remaining, 80 seconds. Time is running out here for the SaberCats. 1:15, and they now like to burn a timeout here, wasting 16 seconds there.
And that's just not ideal if you're the SaberCats. They're wasting about 15 to 20 seconds after the play already ended to take the timeout.
Going to go ahead and cut it here. Don't leave yet, folks. We are at the end of this game. 21-28, 114.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports.
1:14 remaining here for Saguaro at the 26. 74 seconds here. Getting the play in now. Took a little bit getting the play in last time to Pinnell.
And with those timeouts in 2-minute drills, it's very important to not only get this one play in, but you should be telling your offense what the next 2 to 3 plays are, just in case you have to run that hurry-up offense.
Absolutely here. First down. Ref is going to throw the flag here. Could be false start.
Yeah, it's going to be false start. That is very unfortunate for the SaberCats.
It's going to be 1st and 15 here. 1:13 remaining in the game.
The SaberCats crowd is very upset with that call. They feel like it should have been an offsides penalty or an encroachment penalty, but 1st and 15 here. Got to go about 80 or 79 yards, excuse me. Got to have some type of big play at some point if you want to win this game.
Let it rip downfield, perchance. You're on first down. Maybe let it rip downfield. Highland playing 2 safeties deep, though. They're not letting anything go over their heads. Going to be a shot to McNull. Big play there. Not going to call late hit. They're going to have to go quick, though. 1 minute and 8 seconds here. Driving down the field, getting ready to snap.
Heads up play by McNull, going down without getting popped there.
1:03, 1:02. Time's running out. 1 minute left. It's going to be a shot down the field. One-on-one coverage. Unable to come down with the ball. It's going to be 2nd down.
It did seem like the defender got there maybe a quarter second or a half second too early. With the game on the line like this, that's just a physical play that you can't call if you're the referees. I like the no call. And continue to try and move the ball down the field if you're the SaberCats.
You let the boys play. That's what you do here.
Absolutely. The last thing you want to see is the refs take over this game.
2nd down and 10 from the 35, 65 yards to go. 2nd and 10, 57 seconds remaining. Takes the snap. Play action is going to be another shot down the field. Over to McNull. Another first down. Are they going to call it complete? They are. It's going to be first down. Clock's going to stop. 51 seconds. Going to hurry up across midfield.
And McNull, a name that we did not call much in the first half, but in the second half, he's making big-time play after big-time play.
Going again. Here we go. 45 seconds. Time is running. Another snap. Another throw. Going to be navigating the pocket. Trying to escape. Trying to get out of bounds. Maybe stop the clock. Very smart play from the quarterback there with 36 seconds remaining.
And here we go. The thing is, when you're doing these 2-minute drills, at this point, they're at, the 44-yard line of the Hawks. They have 36 seconds left, so they have to get more than 1 yard per second. That quick math there, that is very tough to do, but it's not the worst thing to do when you're already in Hail Mary range. I believe both quarterbacks on this Saguaro team can throw a Hail Mary from 40 or so yards away.
36 seconds. This is what football's all about here, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. This timeout needed for both teams, honestly. Defense for the Hawks, make sure you're set. Make sure, hey, keep them in bounds. Can give pretty much anything. If I'm the coach of the Hawks right now, I'm saying give up anything but a touchdown or an out-of-bounds play. Everything else is A-okay.
And I'll say this is where you cash in prevent defense. This is where you use that defensive strategy. Not my favorite defensive strategy personally, but this is where you do that. And there you go. Look at the defensive front coming out for Highland. A lot of safeties, a lot of DBs preventing any deep plays. There is one-on-one towards the top of your screen, though. One safety over the top there. Actually, there we go.
Looks like they're in a dime formation.
Pressure coming down the side, throwing it down the field, and it's going to be picked off. No, they're going to call it no, they're going to call it Highland ball, and Highland is going to steal this one.
With only 2 timeouts remaining, that is game over. The Hawks will win this one. There's no time remaining for the SaberCats. An unfortunate way to go out for Saguaro.
Are you confused of where to look?
30 seconds remaining, and the drive comes to a screeching halt. 21-28. We're going to cut it to a quick break here.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neerum, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Highland now taking a knee here. Heartbreaking loss here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, a tough way to go out. That final drive, they had ample opportunities throughout the game. You look back and maybe that quiet first half was the reason why they were not successful in winning this game.
23 seconds remaining here. They're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Is there enough time maybe for a last-ditch effort here?
There is, if you just do the clock management, the simple Madden rules that I like to call them, you need 40 seconds if you don't have a timeout. So after this play, if they call another one, there's still going to be about 20 seconds left, and then that last kneel down will take down up to 40 seconds. So there is pretty much no need for the SaberCats to continue calling timeouts. This game is over, unless there's some disaster.
Or they, try to maybe get a fumble.
Tough way to go out for the SaberCats, but you're 2-3. Season is not over by any means. Still a top program. Got to go back to the drawing board tomorrow in those Saturday practices. Watch some film, see what went wrong, what you can improve on, and what went well as well. I mean, the second half had a lot of highlights for both squads.
Especially considering with division play coming up now. 2-3, so division play coming up. Could run the table here. Very, 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 very possible here. There's 4, I believe it's 4 division games you play. So you could run the table here, sneak into playoffs, and then go from there.
Not too long ago, they were an 8 seed. They went to the NBA Finals. People don't remember the struggles that they had in the regular season because it built them up for the playoffs, and this could be another one of those losses for the SaberCats where it builds character, it builds development, and it gets them prepared for later football in October, November.
especially considering. And I think remember back to that Miami Heat team. I think they were the 10 seed. They had to go to the play-in.
Absolutely. The play-in tournament to the NBA Finals. Very impressive stuff. Hoping that the SaberCats can
make that run.
Not need to go into the football equivalent of the play-in, but can definitely have a deep postseason run.
Well, especially considering they are in 6A. They are in 6A. A lot of those 6A teams move on to the open section of playoffs. There's going to be slots available to make playoffs. But as of right now, Highland is able to get their first win of the season, their first win in a very long time. And the Hawks are going to get the win here.
Absolutely. I did not see any students for the Highland Hawks leaving early, but throughout the game, you see their crowd just compresses and compresses as they get more and more hype, closer together, cheering as one unit. And if you're a Hawks fan, very impressive win.
Very impressive win for the Hawks. Very good showing for the JV quarterback who came out here today. He looked very good.
Yeah, honestly, the first drive, it seemed like their coach, Farrell, did not really have too much of trust in the quarterback, but throughout the game you see all of a sudden these inside zone concepts are turning into play action passes, RPOs, and really an intricate offense that I did not expect to see tonight.
Honestly, we talked about it earlier. Rewiring how you play defense. Highland did just that here tonight to Saguaro, turning a running game that seemed pretty. When it's a run game, you usually just stack the box, usually pretty good, but incredible play design on these run plays, all these little misdirections and sweeps, and that beautiful, beautiful flea flicker trick play at the end there to essentially take the win there, take the big leap. Highland has a lot to celebrate here.
And that will do it for Varsity Sports here at Highland with the Highland Hawks and Saguaro SaberCats. This is Jordan Bullitt, joined
by Keaton Thomas here. 28-21, Saguaro loses here. Highland with their first win of the season.